Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to Real Talk Bougie, guys. Happy Monday night. We're here for another live reaction. So make sure that you're subscribed to this channel. Make sure that you hit the thumbs up. And let's get into it. I see everybody here. Yes, hey guys, what's going on? Hey guys, hello. Hi Sanders, RN. Hey Tony, hey Rainbow, getting here 1, 2, 3 first. Hello, what's going on, guys? Hi Bougie gang. I hope you guys had a good day. Guys, I'm sorry. I got caught up today. There was so much going on YouTube. It's one of those days, like a YouTube day that you really hope for when there's so much going on. I couldn't even report to the dance floor. Hi Ebony. Hey girl, hey. Thank you for supporting. I appreciate that. Thank you so much for supporting this channel. It's very much appreciated. Thank you. Y'all, I got caught up watching YSL. First of all, I was live. Don't forget to catch me in the mornings on Love Lies and Lace Fronts. That's number one. I was late going to Love Lies and Lace Fronts, but we had a nice time. We had a very good kind of social media mom conversation. And then we did that. It was about 2 hours. And I had to go pick up Farah. And I don't know. I have a dentist appointment tomorrow. My mouth started bothering me. And I was like, I can't. And I started watching YSL. And that also got me caught up because I was sitting here at my desk and I was like, okay. And I was like setting up the live. And then Kayla came on. And I think I posted Lambo's pictures or something. And somebody posted, hey, did you see Kayla Bumpus' testimony? And I was like, I'm watching it now. I'm going to go live soon. And that didn't happen. And then I was watching the rest of the day unfold because I was like, I wonder if the judge is going to rule on it. You know, is it what's going to happen, right? Anybody who was watching, right? Then y'all, Sarah Boone was in court today, okay? Sarah Boone and her crazy behind went to court today, and the judge had to take an hour and a half talking to her silly behind and her talking about, I don't want to be pro se anymore. And I was just like, sis, the judge is not playing with you. Okay. He's not playing with you anymore. Yes, YSL was good today. Okay. And I was over there in Catnot Williams. That's who got my view today. I was over there at Catnot Williams. I wasn't chatting or anything. I was like way behind. But I don't know. I was reading the chat. I was not in the chat. You guys know what I mean, right? But I was in the bushes, okay? But not really. But anyway, I was over there at Catnot Williams. Anyway, it was good. And I was watching Sarah Boone make a fool out of herself and complain and whine and all of those things. And then what else I just watched phone calls from prison. I tried to get through Wade's video, but I didn't get through the whole thing because I was just like, I gotta make the most of my time. And then I click over here and Tasha K got Rose on. I don't know how this happened, but I guess I'll be busy tonight watching this. But I guess maybe Rose reached out to her. Rose Miller from Queen of Kings. She just hit 1 million subscribers not too long ago. She has a big lumberjack, burly husband, white guy. They are not biracial. They are interracial couple. Excuse me. Let me get it right. And they are part of the YouTube. They're not just a couple. They are marketed as an interracial couple. So I think that's what, like, to me, I think they're just some couples and it just is what it is, right? They play up the black and the white. You know what I mean? And we talk about it over on Love Lies and Lace Fronts. I'm not going to get all the way up into it here, but I started watching. I clicked in at the part where Tasha was like, I'm gone, log off. And then she came back. I'm like, well, what happened? She said, my PR is telling me to end this interview. So I don't know what happened. I've never seen Tasha K walk off an interview before. I'm absolutely shocked. So Tasha left for a few minutes. Maybe she wanted to cuss her out. I don't know. Um, but Rose ended up coming back. I don't know. I don't think the audience is liking her too much. So, yeah, I don't think, based on what I'm seeing in the chat, I'm not sure it's going well. This was probably not the audience for Rose. And I don't think it's on some interracial couple. I just think it's on, I think Rose thinks that she found something better. And maybe you found a better guy than your first guy, right? Maybe your now husband is better than your last husband, but I think she makes people feel that this white guy I married is better than the black guy I used to be married to. You know what I mean? That's, I think, the messaging that comes across, and I think that's the rub with a lot of people. But anyway, maybe we'll talk about it tomorrow. I need to watch the video and then we'll talk about it on Love Lies and Lace Fronts, because that's more Love Lies and Lace Fronts. But anyway, I've been busy all day with this mess. Okay. Yeah. Well, Rose is not going to change her mind. Rose is, so we've talked about hypergamy before, and it seems like Brett is a bum, in my opinion, right? My opinion. Brett seems to be a bum that she has put on a pedestal, because a lot of tea was spilled over the past couple of weeks. I think that she, um, she's putting on a front. Um, Yeah, I mean, that's just your husband, right? And that's cool. There's nothing wrong with that. But it's a thing, you know? I think that she portrays a thing. But also I think people have to remember that's how she's making these coins on YouTube. Playing up the fantasy of it, or with the things that they try to project about it, is what makes it like, that made them get to 1 million subscribers, right? I was about her having a black son while perpetuating stereotypes about black men. She's horrible. She's just another dumb chick who's had kids, who's going to fuck them up, because and have them not able to love who they are because she doesn't love who she is. But we'll talk about that in the morning. I'm not even gonna get into that now. We talk enough about, there's enough stupid women, specifically one that we're getting ready to talk about, who's attached to another bum. You know what I'm saying? This is just some bum on bum love, okay, going on. But yeah, Rose Miller is you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not a thing. It's okay. All right, let me get to the right spot. I figure we'll just talk about what happened tonight, because we still have a couple of videos, another Lamont video and another video to talk about, and hopefully we'll be able to get to them tomorrow. Hopefully I have a dentist appointment tomorrow, so hopefully I will be okay, but if not, you'll probably see me at night again. So, hi Dr. Pat, what's good? Hey W. Hey AW. Happy birthday to Petty Patty. Happy birthday, sis. Happy birthday. Took a whole week off to celebrate, as you should. Absolutely. Okay. Absolutely. So happy birthday to you, sis. I hope and wish you many, many more. Um, Happy freaking birthday. Yes. Okay. Happy birthday, sis. Okay, let's get into it real quick. And then we'll see how far we go. But this when he said she made detective off of me, I was like, I cannot. I cannot. He always thinks promotion off of him. She got a promotion off of me. Let's get into it.
In this call from July 27th, 2023, Lamont is
I'm gonna have to put up a poll.
on the line for the first 5 minutes with Nesto and Sonya. They talk about how Shirley is done. After Lamont hangs up, Nesto and
I
Sonya
wonder if
continue talking
Lamont
about
is
that
done.
situation, an alleged victim, and Nesto's charges.
How
Take
does
a
Lamont
listen.
feel about these calls and hearing how I mean, look, it's partially Lamont's fault. Lamont does not come through on his promises. He's kind of like an empty promise guy. He overpromises and underdelivers. And so he deserves what he gets. But it's like Nesto has to understand. And I'm sure at this moment he didn't think that Lamont would ever be privy to these phone calls, but Lamont knows what Nesto is saying. You can't expect people to come through for you when you talk shit about them behind their back, even if they are talk shit worthy, right?
Hello?
Thank you for supporting, Patty.
What?
Did you get some in your system?
I'm eating right now.
Oh.
So your brother's on.
What?
What is it? So your brother's on.
Wait, so it's Leo Lady, your birthday also. Happy birthday, Leo Lady. Hi, Bougie Gang. Glad to be celebrating 65 with y'all. Okay, period. Happy birthday to Leo Lady and happy birthday to all the Leos in the house. My daughter is a Leo. Happy birthday to all of the Leos. We love you.
He called.
What's
That
up?
laugh gets on my nerves so bad.
Oh man, I'm trying to make it back. I'm trying to get back in the country, man. I'm sitting at the airport, man.
Okay.
Why is he always trying to say he's
Be
somewhere?
safe out there, player. Be safe out there. I'm trying to get back to the
Man, I'm trying to. I talked to our people, man. They said they ain't got down. They ain't busting no moves. They say got down. They just got down. Say fuck it.
Yeah, I'm cool. Yeah, I'm straight. They'll be fine.
Yeah.
Just let them do what they got to do. That's okay. Yeah, I told you that a long time ago. I told you that a long time ago, man. I'm good on that. That's over with. That's been over with.
Yeah, nah, Fat Baby Pork Chop got him. Man.
He said baby pork chop.
Listen, man. That's okay. All that's good.
Wait a second. I think some people just got gifted. Wow, Dr. Pat. Thank you so much.
One thing I
Hold
know
on.
for
Let me stop the show. Hold on a second. Dr. Pat, thank you. Thank you for that. I appreciate that support. Retro in my fro. Hopefully I'm not gonna skip over anyone. Okay, let me see. Let me try to scroll this slow. Retro in my fro, Gemini, tell the truth, Lisa W, sound check, SC Travel RN, the Gold Experience. No, not the Gold Experience, already is a member. AK, no heart mo. Go Be Love, AJ, that 410K. Oh gosh, my screen jumped. That 410K. I see Tracy, a sister from New Jersey. Sonya B. If you just got gifted from Dr. Pat, please go ahead and put some. What should we put in the chat? Put some bingo, okay? Drop some bingos in the chat. If you just got gifted, drop some bingos in the chat. If I skipped over you, my bad. My screen jumped. But thank you so much, Dr. Pat. I appreciate you so much. I'm actually typing in a poll as we speak. I'll be dropping it in just a second. You guys, thank you so much. I appreciate all of the support. You guys are awesome.
this ain't my first rodeo. It ain't my last.
He said it's not his first rodeo. It's not going to be his last. But I think Nesto is mad. He's simmering.
I'm straight. It's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good. You know why I say I'm good? Because you probably don't remember, but I done got plenty of phone calls. And we say, "Oh man, I'm so sorry, man. I should have stayed with you, man."
Who says, I'm so sorry, man, I should have stayed with you, man? What kind of female is saying, I'm so sorry, man, I should have stayed with you, man? No feminine female is saying, I'm sorry, man, I should have stayed with you, man. And why his intelligence is so low. Why? So you're not upset about your wife saying she's done. Okay, that's okay. You don't have to be upset, right? But the fact that he justifies not being upset by the fact of they're going to call me when they see me come up. Who cares about calling you because you can? How many places are there to come up after getting out of jail? There's no way. There's nothing to do but come up after coming out of jail. Why would you say something stupid like that? The lowest in our society that you can go is jail, right? So is it just walking outside to come up? And you think Shirley is going to be running to you and say, "Oh my God, I shouldn't have left you"? Are you kidding me?
And I should have believed in you. I'm so sorry. No, they did that because they know that was the greatest come up in their eyes. So it's going to happen again. So I'm not worried. I'm not worried.
What
Not at
was the
all.
greatest? The greatest come up
That's
was
fine.
him coming up
Sound
off
good,
of
Stacey.
another
Sound
female
good.
after the
Sound good.
last time he got
Yeah,
out of
because
prison.
here's the thing. One thing for sure. I ain't did nothing. So I got to stick with that. You know, if I lose my favor, then how am I get where I'm going? If you tell me I got favor, how am I believe that I got favor? You tell me I got it and ain't acting like it. I know I got favor.
Like, so there you go. That's the person I know right there.
Yeah.
I knew it was coming back. Goddamn it, I was waiting. Goddamn, what's my favorite field? Because goddamn, I feel like I want to run track now. Goddamn. Like, lose about 20 pounds. Please.
Yeah, I'm good. I mean, you know, you got to go through real pressure to get to the next level now. You gotta go through some pressure to get to the next level.
Right. That's right. You go through some pressure.
Yeah, there's a lot of pressure. There's a lot of pressure right here, bro. There's a lot of pressure. This ain't no ordinary pressure.
Hell no. But an ordinary person wouldn't be able to take it.
No, it ain't. So guess what? Is it meant for me to do it?
It's ordinary people, so our pressure always gonna be different.
Yeah, so it's
Oh
fine.
God,
Cool,
these
man.
two clowns.
And
These two clowns think they're special. Okay, guys,
I'm gonna keep it.
who is Nesto more mad with? Who's he mad at? Who's he mad? Okay, is he mad at Officer Natalie? She got a promotion off of me. Okay, is she more mad? Is he more mad with Natalie? She got a promotion off of me. Is he more mad with Mrs. Williams number 5? Is he more mad at Mrs. Williams number 5? Is he more mad at his homeboys? I forgot to put Dre. Dre, if you're in the bushes, that's how we've forgotten about you, sir. Good job. Good job getting the attention off of you. Okay. Dre, you're the smartest of the bunch because you got all the attention off of you. Okay. I forgot to even lump you in with the rest of the bums, Lamont and Dion. Excuse me. For any of the Lamont Dion fans, my bad, y'all. Okay, my bad. But Dre, I forgot about you, sir. Okay. Because he's staying out the blogs. Okay. Or is he mad at Fannie Mae Willis? Will and Kevin. Is he mad at Fulton County DA office? Is he mad at Roswell PD? Is he mad at Mrs. Williams number 5? Is he mad at his piss poor support? Or is he mad at the Fulton County DA's office? I see a lot of 100s going, and you guys are click. We got 100 votes so far. We got 450. I'm gonna let y'all vote. And let's go ahead and figure this thing out.
They can have my same pace. The same pace, bro. Okay, the same pace. If it take me goddamn 5 years to sit in this bitch to clear my goddamn name, that's what it is. It's gonna be two
Thank you,
things. Motherfucker gonna be
Jackson. Hit the thumbs up for the birthday girls. Yes, thank you.
Shit, one or the other. Cause they gonna see it. So I ain't worried about that shit, bro. That less pressure on me.
There you go. Hey, I'm with you.
You're good.
He's not suitable to be a husband. It's less pressure off for you, absolutely, because you are not a suitable husband. You are the type of guy who is good to have a thirsty chick, which is Sonya. So this is more your speed, because even though Shirley was accepting bottom of the barrel, dealing with you and eyes blind to whatever you were trying to do with her or for her, when meanwhile you're just spending her own money. I don't know how she didn't figure that out and it took her this long, but maybe it was the liquid V. Maybe we'll vote on that next. What had Shirley so jaded? Was it that he was damn Bentley over there? Was it that you had a husband that was a whole Bentley Farnsworth? Was it the liquid V? What was it? Like, or we'll just have to, I'll think of the things and we'll vote on that next. But yeah, what a lot of you say that in the comments, like, I just can't wrap my head around Shirley Strawberry and this weirdo husband of hers. Someone's saying it's eggplant. Okay. So really it would be the liquid V, right? The liquid V. My
Yeah, let
God.
me see. They was cloudy, but they clear now.
They what now?
So you don't want mine. It was cloudy, but they clear. Shit, nigga.
Yeah.
What it is.
It is what it is. Hey, what you said, hey man, if they ain't trying to do nothing, hey man, you need some money, I get the money up my damn self. That's what you told me. You told me that.
There you go. That's what it is.
Oh, okay. You don't see me calling you crying. Hey, no, I ain't doing that. Because folks going to do what they going to do or they ain't going to do it.
What phone
So
ring?
guess what? I'm not guilty. I see if I was guilty,
He's
going
so
down the
stupid.
road, got a handcuff, going on the bus. And I ain't even near that shit. I ain't even near that. And I'm counted out. So that's okay. I've been counted out before. And I'm good. I'm straight. So
I bet you her check goes a lot further now. She's probably like, damn, he stole all my money. Just getting him out of her bank account was a raise. That man wasn't like successful businessman where, right? Right, Lisa B? Thank you so much for supporting. I appreciate you supporting the channel. Just getting him out of that house was an upgrade to her wallet. He was draining her absolutely dry. Metro PCS girls, what's up?
I'm good. You got it?
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you 100%. I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna let y'all go on chat. I'm gonna drop down. Hey, I'm gonna try to find me something to eat. And I love you. And I'll touch base with you on tomorrow.
All right. Okay, cool. Thanks, later.
All right.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah. It's upset.
Huh?
She don't even want to give up a number. That's what he was asking her for the phone numbers, and she was like, she ain't doing nothing.
Yeah.
Look, first of all, she's probably gotten wind at this point that he's on the phone with you. She probably sat and had a nice chat with Natalie Fields and is starting to figure things out. Or maybe her daughter, Panay, went and got her and sat on her and made her sit for 2 or 3 days and listen to the damn honest truth. Okay. Then they pulled those police reports and was like, your husband is in jail for rape, sexual assault, aggravated sexual assault. Like, he's got sexual assault cases, sis. And this is a woman that he violated, but he was also carrying on with, right? The young lady who may have came through your house, right? Who is associated with Dominique and some other people he was riding you around town to see. Then on top of that, he was associated with Miss Bickham. Remember her? Maybe they passed company at some point. And then the teacher, and then I don't know, everybody else that the man was involved with. This man was involved with so many people right up under her nose. She has every right to be mad and not want to speak to him. I don't blame her because every single crime well, not every single one, but a good portion of the crimes he's associated with involve him bedding down a female while he was allegedly married to her. But then, let's not forget, he wasn't even in a position to really marry you because he was still married to Mrs. Williams #1. So even though she's Mrs. Williams #5, all of his marriages have been fraudulent. So you're walking around here getting all the good people from the job over to your wedding and Essence magazine and all of the things, and it's a shim sham flam flam. It's phony baloney. And yes, she is embarrassed and humiliated, as she should be. And she's doing the right thing by avoiding him. And no, you can't get a phone number. I don't want to know you anymore. And I think at a certain point, and I know this is controversial, I'm just going to say it. I do think that she signed that affidavit because I don't see Krail getting in with these two. I think Krail knew he had these two were fugazi and he was just trying to check the box for his money and at least do some sort of a job for the money that was paid because he had no intentions on paying it back. But I think once Shirley learned either from Officer Field, she might have learned it from Krail. Krail might have been messy his damn self. Somehow Shirley got the truth and it's done. I don't blame her. I don't blame her. She had to take an L so that she could live the rest of her life, because if she would have supported him, things would be very different.
She wouldn't even give up no phone number. I was like, what? Yeah, she said
No,
he
you don't get
embarrassed her,
shit.
and she don't want to do nothing.
Yeah, starting over is
So
okay.
I was like, wow.
Yeah, that's fine. All that's gonna be just fine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, all that's fine. All that's fine. I'm not worried about none of that. I'm not.
Okay.
I told you that. I don't know why nobody listen to what I'm saying.
I'm not worried about the relationship part. I was just speaking on the fact that here's the thing. She can't be mad at you because this is not something you did intentionally that would come.
Sonya, first of all, why don't you be married more than 4 months to speak on marriage? How about that? Why don't you find a marriage that is yours and handle it for more than 4 months? Because word on the street is that you said this was that you were married for 4 months and it took, I don't know, years for your husband to divorce you. That's number one. Number two, whether Nesto is innocent or not, at the end of the day, number one, he's been having numerous affairs. On top of that, he's been carrying on with you the whole time he's been in that place. And on top of that, all of his offenses have to do with the public. And guess who's a public figure? And some of the people that are in this public, he's been laying down in bed with and flim-flamming them in the city that she lives in. It's embarrassing.
Come out of this. Like, you know what I'm saying? This shit happened on some anger, vindictive, bad police work bullshit.
Right.
So,
and that's fine.
And it's a thing, but when you date a black man, you just got to be prepared for anything because the police.
No, you don't. No, you don't. Look, at the end of the day, not every black man has been arrested. Not every black man will go to jail. I don't care what the statistics say. I don't believe that. I'm sure out of 570 people right now, just because you are with a black man, if you are with a black man, doesn't mean you have to be prepared for anything of what Sonya is saying, because that's not the truth. That's not the truth. That's the exception. She's a clown. She's a whole entire clown who deals with clown ass men. When you're a clown and you attract clowns, well, yes, you need to be prepared because that is the type of man you deal with. When you are not of that quality and you are not messing with that bullshit, then you don't have to worry. And even if something does happen, the truth will always come out. It is very hard to support a lie. It's very hard. And yes, there have been people on the bad end of a lie and it's taken forever and all of those, but those are very exceptional stories. That is not the rule. Thank you, phone calls from prison. I love you guys. Thank you. You guys are so sweet. Thank you for supporting. But yeah, you guys, look, phone calls from prison. We are loving Wade and Mila. They are just like a whole, they're like in an alternate universe of Nesto and Sonya. Like they give me a little bit of Nesto and Sonya, but in like a whole nother, the Fort Myers alternate universe versus Atlanta. And oh my God, they are so gross. They are so gross, but so I can't not listen. Mila, baby. They're awful. Anyway, okay, thank you so much for supporting, guys. But yeah, they're these two, Sonya's version of what marriage is supposed to be like is so freaking warped, and how she thinks that Shirley is supposed to be supporting him when he had not been supporting her. Just because he's chauffeuring you around and get you your coffee and he's outside, he had to do that. He had to do those things. He had to earn his check.
And them be out after him for whatever they can do to him. So that just comes with it.
Yeah, that's fine. All of that's fine. All that's fine. I really don't even worry about that right now. I had a good day today. Got you straight in your
I got you.
taxi ride.
I was just trying to have a good day. I got
Straight out
you.
for the day, and we'll pass it. We're on to another day tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow.
Yeah, so.
And you know what? At the end of the day, he didn't love Shirley anyway. Let's just be real. He used her. Maybe he liked her. He might have liked her sex. He might have thought she had a nice body. She might have, I mean, Shirley's a nice looking woman and she's held herself up very well. People say 70 wear. I feel like she puts a new face on 70. She looks amazing, and she looks, I hate to say amazing for 70. She just looks amazing. She's a nice looking woman and she's held herself up. She looks beautiful. And on top of that, she's 70 years old. You know what I mean? She's got nothing to be mad at. She's been doing her damn thing for a long time. And the fact that he's okay with throwing that away for a simple chick who can't even finish a task on a Monday or tomorrow, it's like, sir, you deserve to be where you're at. And Shirley doesn't want to be a secretary. She just doesn't. She does not want to be your secretary.
Now, whatever it's going to be, it's going to be. It is what it's going to be. Yeah. All I got to do is see if we're going to go down next week. I'm going to see if we're going to go down.
Yeah, he was asking me, and I was like, you go to court Monday. So he's saying when he get back, he got to meet with that girl and talk to her in person. So he can get the phone numbers from her.
What?
Yeah. Because he said she knows and she's seen everything. But he said he got on one of his phones, he said he got to go to the storage unit. He got the little girl, he said he got her recorded saying that she do whatever it takes. She a pimp out here and she do anything for fucking money. She don't give a fuck. It's like a whole bunch of stuff he got her saying on tape.
For real?
That doesn't mean she can't be raped. Like, what does all of that mean? Does it mean because you are living a certain type of lifestyle or you are a sex worker that you cannot be violated? Are you kidding me? Like, you're saying all that and then what? What is that supposed to mean? That what she says happened didn't happen?
Yep. I told him, I was like, well, you could testify to her because she said it. She said it to me, but I recorded it too. And I was like, well, you can always testify. As long as it's not hearsay, you could testify to it, that she said that. As long as somebody didn't tell you she said it, you can do it. It just can't be hearsay. It has to be you directly heard.
He got that on recording. He
said he going to go look in his storage that he got it in recording. Yep. He's been thinking, I guess, of everything. Okay. But yeah, he said he got her on recording saying that.
That sound like them too.
Like she'd do whatever it takes, this, that, and the other. She just about that money.
That sound like them.
Because you know what a lot of women do? They cry assault, just turn around and sue civilly.
Why does she say that all the time? Like, she just can't get that out of her mind.
Get paid like that too. Because that's what Trey Songz is going through right now. They scream assault and then they try to sue you civilly.
This ain't the first time though with him. He done been through that shit a lot, ain't he?
Shirley says
twice, maybe 3 times.
Food.
But that don't mean that it's true because one, he got money. When you got a lot of money, you're dealing with groupies and bitches that's at your pocket. They do a lot of schemy, screamy shit, and you tell them no, they run. You know what I'm saying? Because he attracts trouble because of who he is.
He need to have that shit. When he supposed to be getting back?
He at the
She always
airport
has so
now.
much to say about
He
That's what
everybody
he asked
else
when you do
and
at court.
projects her own.
Yeah,
Okay.
he need to get that to the lawyer tomorrow.
They need to get that tomorrow.
Yeah,
Or he need to just testify. That's why I told him, I said, if you can't find it, you definitely can testify to that.
No, you got to go into the courtroom with that. You just can't,
I know.
you know. And
Well, no, you still can. Listen, you still can testify because a lot of things people don't record, you know. So you still can say, you know, this is the thing she said to me over a course of time. She said this, she said that. This is her character. This is her mindset. You know, that's all. But,
yeah,
Okay. I don't blame you.
Shit. That I'm not even worried about none of that. I'm good at that. I'm just trying to get free here right fast and get free, and then and
then we need to. He needs to. If he don't stay on that pornography bullshit, he needs to get the date for the download and the device. Because that's going to set it off. And he needs to get the site. Because that shit could have, if it's on that view shit, that shit could be something that was on the hard drive a long time ago. I'm about 4 images, but the only 4 clear ones. And 2, it could be a grown up.
Okay.
You know? Because just because you say flat chested, I don't.
She's so dumb. Like, she's so dumb. Like, she's making assumptions about what the corn looks like, but she's nonstop. It's like, give your brain. Why don't you go sit down somewhere? Why don't you have a seat? Just go sit down. Sit down. You guys, it was so funny today. Let me tell you. I know I posted it, but so I was watching YSL and Adrian Love was standing up talking to the judge, and maybe it was the haircut. I'm not sure, but Farrah says, "Is that Shirley Strawberry?" And I was just I don't know why she thought Adrian Love was. I mean, she just said, "Is that Shirley Strawberry in the court?" Like, because I'm always watching some kind of court something on the TV or on my phone, and she just out of the blue was like, "Is that Shirley Strawberry?" And I was like, "No, that's District Attorney Adrian Love. This is the YSL trial." And she was like, "Oh, okay, okay." And then she said, "Oh, Kayla Bumpus." It's funny because she's paying attention. It's so funny, but
Even
you
know
know.
anybody's
It could be worse.
in Katie's school. All them little girls got titties. All of them got big asses and titties.
Okay.
You know, so to say that.
Sonya, just because you're 92 pounds and struggling to gain your 5 pounds back, stop talking about other people and their body types because it sounds like you're jealous.
As a child, I'm like, that's crazy because it's, you know.
Okay.
It just sounds like when they explain it on the thing, it sounds like it's a guess. It's not an absolute. You get me?
Okay, I'm past that part. Let's get back to you now.
Yes. What you want to talk about?
I want to make sure you're straight in your head. You know where you're at. I'm trying to make sure you're good right now.
Mm-hmm.
The rest of it, listen, I'm okay. I'm okay. I know you done selling me down a lot of.
My concert starts at 6:30, so that's no problem.
Your what?
The concert on Sunday, it starts at 6:30.
Oh, okay.
He doesn't care about no damn concert starting at 6:30. He got lights out at 7 o'clock. It's the showers are shutting off in 20 minutes. He don't care about no damn 6:30 concert. What does he care about a 6:30 concert? Her brain has been on timeout since the 90s. Absolutely. Joey is trying to make a collect call. He needs that link. Is that Joey's in the chat? Joey Sea Dog? Hold on a second. Let's see. Joey needs the call in. Oh, okay. Hold on. Hey, Joey. I didn't see you in the chat. Okay, so we're gonna have to break because I'm sure Joey's not gonna want to. Well, we'll see. We'll see what maybe there's a message coming for us from Fulton County. Let's see. Okay, there you go. Joey's in the chat. I did not know. Joey, I didn't see you. Sorry. Let's see. Okay, let's play this until Joey comes. Okay.
Yeah.
Hi everybody. What's
no
going on?
problem.
Hi Sonia's hairline.
Okay.
Hey everyone.
All right. So what I'm saying to you is I want to make sure you're good. Your mindset, everything's good with you. That's it. Don't worry about the rest. Everything else. is
I just want to
fine.
get to the part when he says she got Detective off on me.
I'm not. I just don't want you to feel like you got pressured. That's all. I don't want you to feel like there's some pressure on you.
No, you done said the same thing over and over and over. I'm grown.
I know. But sometimes people do things out of obligation.
No, I done did that. I told you I done did all that now. I did all that. I need to be on something else. I need to be sitting my ass down and enjoy what's around me. And I don't have to live fake. I don't have to do none of that shit. I don't have to do nothing.
Right.
Good. I'm straight.
Just be your regular schmegular self.
Yeah, and that's fine. And them folks say, I embarrass them. It's okay. But see, the embarrassing part when they got to come back and say they're sorry.
For what? What makes you think that she needs your little tiny come up? You know what I'm saying? Like, what makes him think that his come up is going to be so grandiose that she's going to be calling him for anything? He's got to be out of his mind. Hey, Joey.
Francoise, how are you?
I'm doing fine. How are you? Can you believe Nesto? He's out of his mind.
When has he not been out of his mind?
We are taking a break from this live reaction because Joey has came from out the bushes. What's going on, Joey?
Nothing.
The
just
YouTube
watching,
streets have been asking about you. Oh my God.
What do they want to know? What could
I
they
don't know what
possibly
they want to know, but they've been asking, like, where's Joey? Did we run Joey off? Why hasn't Joey called? I'm like, I don't know.
Absolutely
I
not.
do not know.
Absolutely not. I'm right here.
Okay, because I sent out a bat signal and I was like, Joey, come out from wherever you are.
That's all
and
you.
Here
That's
you
all
are.
you have to. All you have
That's
to
all
do
I had
is
to do.
just call
Send
my
the
name.
bat signal. Okay.
That's all you got to do.
So, what do you think about what's going on? Okay, let's see. Let's talk
you want
about
you want macro or micro?
Oh God, I like macro. Why not? Macro is what we do, right?
Okay.
The demurs. Okay.
All right. Macro is.
Go ahead.
Macro is Mr. Williams is royally screwed. He is going to go down in flames because the two current other Ricos in Fulton County are going to crash and burn. He's the only one left, and he's the one. And they have looks like they have the best ADA working on this one and not working on the YSL case. It's backwards. So
Adrian is a mess.
Yeah, he's going to, the Trump thing is not going to go anywhere. The YSL case, Judge Granville kind of, I know what he was trying to do, but because they are so bad. He was trying to, I think he was trying to not make them look as bad as they were, but ended up, sometimes when you help people, you end up screwing yourself over in the process. So
yeah,
and you can't do that in law. So anyway, but yeah, Nesto is the last. He's the last piece on the board, and he's got Wooten. He's got it. It's going to be. He's going to get it.
Because I think with them filing the recidivist, or they filed that, so that's a clue that they wanted to go to the fullest extent. I don't know if that means anything or not, but what do you think about? Do you think it's possible that the RICO specialist from the public defender's office did not understand the indictment to the extent that Will Wooten made him look so foolish in the state's response? Do you think he really didn't understand?
I think that he is trying to throw anything against the wall to see if it sticks. At this point in time, I will tell you, Mr. Williams. I don't want to say I think he's been a victim of really bad counsel. His lawyers have been horrible. If you look at the YSL, the YSL attorneys, you see how they are basically tracking every single motion and movement of the court. They're catching everything. They're really good. Ernest never had any of that. His lawyers never did anything for him. literally. So he's got a tough. I just think he's got a tough fight ahead. Uh, Hopefully, we'll see what he does. I don't know if he's gonna at this point in time. I don't at this point in time. I don't know. I mean, he'd have to look at the pleas. What plea? And I think they're saying they're not going to offer him any pleas. I mean, I was hearing some things like that, but
It wouldn't
um,
surprise me. I mean, why should they at this point? Because unless I don't, honestly, I don't think he would take anything unless it was like, okay, we'll give you 10 years or something. Maybe, but I don't think they're going to do that. I don't think they're going to give him something that he's going to be willing to take. So he's going to be willing to roll the dice because, again, he's 60. So even if they give you 20 years, I mean, depending on his health, he might not even make it to 80. So, you
right,
know what I mean? Like
right,
he's
right.
probably trying to like, can I at least get out by 70 or something like that?
That that
Um,
that
which
may be
I'm
what it's about. Yeah,
yeah.
but he
I mean,
is.
he's running out of he's got less, it come so shocker to some of you in this audience, especially the younger of you. At a certain point in your life, you have to reconcile that you have less years ahead of you than you have behind you. And Nesto is at that point in life. I mean, he may not have 60 years ahead of him. He's has 60 years behind him. He could live to be 100. We don't know.
Right.
But at the end of the day, you have to be realistic and reconcile that you are on the other side of middle age.
Well, he obviously he should fight and go down swinging and try to defend himself. He says he's innocent, so let's. I'm looking forward, like I've told you before, the. I'm looking forward to hearing his defense for all these things. And again, I'm sure he has perfectly reasonable explanations for everything. So I
Oh
want to hear
yeah,
what they are.
he don't know them folks. That's his explanation. I don't know them folks. That don't make no sense. I wasn't there. Did you guys let me show you? Did you see the picture? And you know what, let me pull it up on Google Maps because I talked about it yesterday. So talk to us about so in the
And with
so
Erica, again, that's the card that nobody's because Erica, like I've told you, is really the brains behind everything.
mhm.
She is going to bury him. She literally to save herself. She is really oh gosh.
Because
Uh,
she has misdeeds. She has things that she doesn't want anyone talking about. So, I mean, the
well,
way it
she's
looks
giving
to
that
me,
up. She's giving that up. She's going to bury him in the process, and she knows how to. I mean, she is much smarter than any of these people. So, um, yeah,
I agree.
it's
I,
going to be an
I
interesting case.
I feel like they not so much that they suppressed, but I think that you give us what we need on Nesto and we'll work out
Hmm.
your other mess on the back end. Because she couldn't have just been frauding for Nesto. I mean, I think
No,
it's possible she was doing she had her own other things going on.
yeah.
But the focus was on what she did with Nesto because they want her to give up the Nesto
Hmm.
information. And
Hmm.
that being said, I think that was the deal. Like, we'll make this other stuff go away or we'll hold it to the back if you help us with this. And then also your long probation, all of that. So, yeah, she's got to come with the goods and
She
she's
she
going
would
to bring it.
she will, and that's the goods in reference to him. Not there's a lot of goods in camera that we won't see that she's going to bring to the Fulton County because she has been a very busy bee and has done a lot of activities, outside of Ernest. So, but he's in
Joey,
trouble. He's really in for it.
look at your screen right now. We're over on Pine Grove Road, okay?
Hold on a
Are you
second. All
familiar with
right,
Pine Grove Road in Roswell?
I see it.
Okay, so we're over here on Google Maps, right? So I'm going to click down here on March of 2022. You know how they
Hmm.
they they capture in time because Google's always filming everything, right? So I'm going
Right.
to click on March of 2022. Okay, look at the driveway. We're going to go up the. We're going to go. I have to finesse this a little bit, but let me see if I can get a nice close up Okay. Do you see what's in the driveway?
I see nothing in the driveway. Oh,
Hold on. Do you see what's in the driveway? Do you see a Nesto's security vehicle in front of
I
99? He said he's never
I
even
do.
been there.
I do.
How have you never been there? How have you
Well,
never
he has said that he said that he was just storing some whoever lived there let him store vehicles there.
Well, he
He
said
said he never lived there. He
he was
did say he let
parking
the,
it. Go
yeah, he
ahead.
was parking there. He said whoever lived there let him store some vehicles there, but he doesn't
Mm.
live there. He never lived there.
Well, okay. Well, in March of 2022, around the time that he got evicted from Bent Creek Manor and that lease was signed, he's got one of his security vehicles, and it's a Challenger or whatever, no, Charger, a Dodge Charger. And I know
Hmm.
he had a few of those, but
That's
yeah,
that's obviously AI.
it's AI. Oh no,
It's
it's not.
AI.
Yeah,
It's
no, it's
obviously
not
AI.
AI. Nesto needs to stop. Nesto needs to stop. You were parked there, sir. Okay. Um,
I was storing a
mm-mm.
vehicle there. I was simply storing a vehicle there. The
Okay.
person who lived there allowed me to store it there. Well, who is the person that lived there? I don't know, but whoever he was, he let me store his vehicle there.
Mm-hmm. I just wonder if he's going to try to go with, we'll just let them prove the case and we're just going to go with, reasonable doubt or something like that. Try to, rather than putting on a defense, try to counter or put out, get some reasonable doubt and just chip away at their case rather than this is my alibi or this is my ironclad case. I almost feel like there's just so much that they're going to come with. I don't know that he can that I think it's going to be proven that he has been scamming. And I
They've
think
had
Atlanta is a place where if you bring a case, I mean, I know YSL is a big deal, Trump is a big deal, but in Atlanta, scamming is a big deal. And I think that the jury will be here on some scamming. They want to hear about a scam. I think a lot of people have been scammed in Atlanta. Scams seem to be a thing. And I think that the jury that they can find will be open to hearing this scamming case. And I,
yeah.
I think that they have enough for people to
I just saw
believe.
the comment that Erica King said he could store the vehicles next door. So yeah, that's the that's what his defense will be. I never lived there.
So the person who flim flammed you, the person who organized the lease and used your name and all the things, um, told you was so generous, because she's also using your name for everything. Um, Also told you could go ahead and store your car. Okay. I
Of
mean,
course.
look, I don't have to believe it. I'm just a witness.
Would a
I'm
reasonable and
just
prudent person? I mean, you have to ask yourself, would a reasonable and prudent person, does that make sense to you? I mean, so don't answer the question, but always keep that in mind. Would that
yeah,
make
no,
sense to you?
it's
Yeah.
in low intelligence world, yes, that would be like, of course, absolutely. Yeah.
Never underestimate the low intelligence world because
In the
apparently he's been able to find several people to give him money behind that.
but it
So
also involved sex. So I think that people got jaded.
actually,
Unfortunately, there were some
they were given money before sex. No,
well,
that's not true. They were
so
given money
maybe
before that.
they were buying time. They were buying time. There's a lot of lonely people out here and maybe they were buying
Mm,
time.
perhaps,
You know what I mean?
but like,
Like knowing that if they liked him, if they liked him and they wanted to deal with him, they knew that they had to come up with some money. Because why would the teacher? I mean, apparently she liked him. She can't, I mean, I don't know. I can't really explain it. It doesn't make any sense to me, but
it doesn't make sense to you. It doesn't make sense to me. And again, that's why I need him on the stand to explain.
You think he's going to testify? Okay, so
Why
you
not?
think, well, because
Why
he's
not?
unpredictable. I think that he's going to bury himself. If he goes on he can't say, you know what, I don't want to do this. He can't, can you be sworn in and say, you know what, I don't want to testify anymore? Like,
Sure, you can. But, you never know. Maybe him being on the stand, speaking in Nestoese, we would understand what was going on in all these transactions. He may have a very, very reasonable explanation for this. And the victims or other, or defend or other people involved in this, when they go on the stand, you have to ask them the same questions. What did this man do? What did he say? How did he pull you in? What was the quid pro quo? What were you expecting when you gave him money?
right. Was
What
there
did
any
you think?
reciprocity? Was
Reciprocity,
there
right?
any,
Right.
was there
So
yeah, I
right.
hear you.
So I mean,
Um,
he very well could articulate in his own way, with the help of an attorney that's good at asking the right questions, um, what exactly went down, and it would make complete sense for all of us.
So, what about the motions that have been filed so far? We've seen Sean file some motions. He filed the demurrers. He filed something to me that was kind of similar to the demurrers because he was asking what specifically is this case. But I forgot what the motion was, but he filed like a multi-type motion prior to the demurrers and was asking basically some of the same questions like what evidence, what are you using, all kinds of things, right? Then
That's kind of
do
basic.
you
That's basic stuff. Yeah, it's
so that's
basic. I
basic
mean,
stuff. Do
it is
you
basic stuff.
so to the extent so is Will Wooten kind of an asshole? Like did you read his
No,
response? Like
I don't.
do you, did because it seemed like Sean, like based on Will Wooten's response, you would think that Sean did not understand the indictment or wasn't clear on what the case was or wants breadcrumbs to their case. The way that
Remember,
he explained it.
he is trying to support his client. Don't forget that Mr. Williams may be asking his attorney to ask these questions,
Okay.
or to put forth these type of arguments.
So, but the way Will Wooten explained it, I felt was very kind of, it was a little, did you find it to be a little condescending or is that typical
That's legalese. I
uh,
mean, that's how.
okay.
I mean, that's how. I don't think that was the condescending. But again, the defendant, the client, is probably asking his defense lawyer to, um, what about
Flush
this?
these
What
things
about,
out.
yeah, flesh these things out. What about this? What about that? They say that I was here on Monday, but I couldn't have been here on Monday because there's a picture of me smoking a cigar, saying that this is my motherfucking day on Monday.
Mm,
So that can't be me. So in other words, it's part of the giving a good defense for your client, because what you don't want is a situation where the client, and when this is all over and done, says, I didn't have adequate defense.
right.
They didn't ask these questions. They didn't do this. They didn't do that. I just I wasn't properly defended. This was in the bag, especially now. Remember what's just happened. So so he's doing what he's supposed to do. But let's get him in the court and let's ask these questions, and wait for these explanations that, again, will make perfect sense to me and you, and we'll be like, and we'll all go, oh,
I'll
okay.
be like, no, I won't. Look, one of our bougie gang wants to know how the fuck, how TF, the money came before SEX. This is what someone in the chat is asking. How do you
Well,
know, or what? How is that your
well,
assumption that the
I'm
money
I'm a
came before? Um, anything
SEX.
intimate happened.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm going off of the statements of the victims. If you've noticed, the victims always gave money for some sort of service first.
Right.
That
Like
never
the Mary
happened.
Kay lady. Well, not Mary Kay
Correct.
lady, but the teacher who was
Like
selling Mary
like the
Kay.
teacher,
And
right?
okay. So
She gave money first, never happened, and he resorts to sex later on. Well, it may be he's working that the entire time. I don't know, but
mhm.
I'm not in his head. But that is something that happens later on. Doesn't happen. It doesn't happen up front. It happens later on. But there's a
Who
financial
got the
transaction.
massage? She got the massage. You know what? It came pretty soon though, because the teacher ended up
She,
getting a
right, but
massage from him.
she gave money to Dominique first to do her website. Remember
Right.
her
Yes.
her internet
Mhm.
presence?
Yes.
Nothing
She wanted
happened.
her social
Nothing.
media.
Right. Nothing happened. So she links back up with him again, and he's talking about the car, getting the Suburban, and in the process says, "You like massages?" Uh,
Poor thing. I feel bad for that lady when she has to come
so,
testify. Is Dominique gonna show they have got to bring in Alasia Alexander. They've just got
of course
to.
they do. Well,
They've got to.
see that's why the trials are going to be so interesting because I don't know how many of these people they're going to actually be able to find
Oh my
because
God.
I'm
They've
sure they all
probably
ran for the
scattered.
hills.
Yes.
Correct. So you're not
Changed
going to
their
be
names and everything.
correct. So other than the victims, and a victim has that you have to come in and tell this tale. You got to come in and stand on it and
Yeah.
say, you know what, the guy, you know, Finette met me. Finette, he seemed like he whatever he was, uh, and after a period of time, I found myself uh, under his, under his. He beguiled me, or he glamored me like a vampire. I don't know, and and I
He's an
couldn't say no.
eggplantiana.
I don't know.
Okay, let me ask you this one. So someone says in the chat, Nesto is a horrible client. I know you said he's had some bad lawyers, but how about Nesto being a bad client? Can you talk to that? Speak to that, please.
I think he's a bad client because he lies to his lawyers.
Mm.
He's not honest with his lawyers.
So would that make a lawyer ineffective though? So it's kind of
Correct.
not
It
their
does.
fault. So
It does.
he
It
could
does.
claim ineffective assistance of counsel, but they're going to have to say, I could never get the story out of you. I can't
Correct.
get one cohesive story to formulate a defense.
I can't defend. You cannot defend a person. It's like anything else. I can't defend you. I can't treat you. I can't build for you or help you if you don't tell me what's hurting. If you don't tell me what you did or what you think or what they think you did. You have to be honest with you don't lie to your doctor and you don't lie to your lawyer. You have to kind of tell the truth. So if you have a lawyer and your position is I'm completely innocent. I don't know these folks. I don't have anything to do with them. The lawyer is going to go with that defense. He's going to go, that lawyer, that he or she is going to go in with that defense that my client doesn't know these people. My client has never met these people. Now, of course, the police and the defense and the prosecutors have all the tools at hand to basically counter that, to show that you do know them. We have phone records that show that you know them. We
Mhm.
have video cameras that show you here at their house. We have we have
Yeah, we have
Instagram
Zelle
pictures,
payments.
Zelle payments,
Yeah.
right? So we know. So that's the difference. So you have to, you I, you just have to be careful with, you know. I would be honest with my attorney if I were. I'd be honest with my attorney, and if you know the person, say you know him. But I don't think he's doing it. I think he's continuously maintained a lie, and he's going to go down the line with this lie.
Mm.
So and or not a lie. He's maintained his story. He's maintained his defense. This is his truth, and he's going to go down with it. Now, it's kind of like Sonya saying that she and Ernest don't have a romantic relationship. We clearly hear it in the phone calls.
Mm-hmm.
So her constantly saying that she's just his friend, she's just trying to help him, that they don't have this romantic relationship. You see what I'm saying? You make yourself look worse. Your credibility is completely shot when you do that. When we know the truth. So
Right. It's
so
kind of like it's the gaslighting because what we know versus what they're saying.
it,
For
it's
some people, it will make them second guess, like, well, maybe, like, are we wrong? But then it's
well,
like, we know we're not. So
if
it's
you
like,
will if you will lie to yourself, you will certainly lie to me. They'll certainly lie to you. So if you spend your time lying to yourself, you will certainly lie to anyone else. And
mm,
that's a very dangerous place to be, is when you find yourself telling yourself lies and believing your own lie. So I think that's kind of where Sonya is. I think Sonya would have been much better had she just been honest up front. But again, we've talked about this before. I think the Mean Girl summer happened. Everyone was picking on her, or at least that's how she felt, and
hmm
she felt she needed to go out and defend herself and change the narrative. And all she did was kick the hornet's nest and made it much worse. So
I don't. Yeah, I think she cared about something more than look, she wants to be with this guy, she loves him, whatever. That's her business. At the end of the day, I think she would have, I'm not saying got more support. She might have gotten less scrutiny, just being honest. Yeah, I love him. That's my baby. I don't care. Whatever.
I think
It is
so.
what
I
it
think that would have
is.
been. I think that
She
would have been
just be
a better place.
yeah,
Yeah,
because
yeah,
she's standing 10 toes on a house of cards. Like,
right,
okay, stand 10 toes on it, but why are you still lying? Like, if you're about that life, then just be about it. But
right.
and covering up, like, Shirley clearly knew what was going on, and then you have no problem throwing him under the bus on every phone call, saying that he's been messing with this one or talking to that one, and whatever, so she's always throwing him up under the bus.
Well,
So he can't really get away with saying that he'd ever been faithful or had been faithful at a certain point, because we know that he has not. So what does it matter covering up for yourself, but you throw him out there with other people? Like, that's also the disingenuous thing too. Like, you're okay with putting him out there with other people, but you can't stand up and really speak on the
correct.
fact that you are in love with this guy
Because
and you take every moment.
there's a cognitive dissonance that she has. I don't think she realizes that. I don't think she's thought that through. She was trying to make a. She does this kind of thing where, well, that was before me. So you were dealing with
Mhm.
these chicks before me, but now I'm here. That was then. This is now. I think that's kind of how she sees it in her mind. Um,
Well,
i-
she
if I
she
would
wasn't
think.
banking on the phone calls. She wasn't banking on the videos, and then she wasn't banking on those text messages coming out. Like, we've seen it all. Like, there's all the lies. Like, that's what I think has, I don't want to say ran her off, because we know that she's not gone, but the way
Mhm.
she kind of has backed off a little bit in her communication, and her communication has, lessened a little bit. I think it's been because, like, sis, you not embarrassed yet? Like, you got to be embarrassed a little bit, yeah, because the lies are just so bad.
I tell you, the text messages that I'm looking forward to seeing are the ones where she broke up with him temporarily that time. I want to see those text messages.
There wasn't really much to him. You didn't see him?
I did not.
Okay. We've talked about them some, but during the breakup period, it wasn't really anything. She was kind of like, "Oh, do your this, give your that. I'll put this in Dion's account." It was really nothing. It was a nothing. It was very anticlimactic. It was nothing really there. Um, she wasn't serious. She's about like if you've been watching. Have you been watching the Wade calls? The
Uh,
calls on phone calls from prison. The weirdo guy Wade who killed the girls
no,
down in Florida. Um,
I
like
only can take
it's
so much of this.
oh my god, it is. I
This is enough for
mean,
me. I've invested way too heavily in this at this point in time. Um,
oh, these people. Let me tell you, it was on some fakery. It was a fake. Whether Nesto really felt it for a minute that she was kind of done and her feelings were hurt, her self esteem is so low that she still finds a way to make it to him, and she's romanticized this relationship that she has with him and this valor, like this like Florence Nightingale type attitude of I've got you, like I would never leave you because you were here for me when I was in the hospital, and I'm going to be there for you. Meanwhile, you are probably a good portion of the reason why his wife is not going to have anything to do with him, which she didn't really need Sonya to, to come to that conclusion. But I'm sure the Sonya interference, just to know that the minute he's hanging up with you or the minute he's calling you, he just got off the phone with her. All of those things would infuriate most women.
I think the lawyer issue when he told the lawyer not to talk to Shirley, I think that should have been a huge red flag. Although I think Shirley's complicit in a lot of this anyway, but that should have been a huge red
And she
flag that
very
something
well
was
may
up.
have been. I mean, I think she was definitely turning a blind eye um to the fact that, sis, he doesn't have any businesses. What do you think he's doing? Check your account. He's draining your accounts and he's pretending to be out somewhere on some business, and he doesn't bring any money in. Like, what are you talking about? You know what I mean? So yeah, she definitely, I don't know if it was complicit. I think it was partial complicitness and also turning a blind eye, if that's not the same thing. Like she was willing to accept bare minimum from this man. She liked him chauffeuring her, making her coffee, making her feel special, doting on her, and giving him as much space and opportunity to do whatever he wants.
Yeah, yeah, I agree.
And
Yeah,
even if she wasn't okay with it, because you heard her say sometimes, well, you never call me, or you're out of touch, or this, that, and the other thing. They had some issues, and when he'd get missing or be out in the wind or whatever. um but I guess it was okay enough for him to get by. He probably knew he couldn't stay away for too long, get on that bus and go somewhere. But I mean, let's just face it, he probably really didn't want to be there. I think what Shirley also had to realize and reconcile was he doesn't really want to be with you, sis. He was using you.
no,
He may have liked
no,
you, you had stuff
no,
to offer, but he really was not
no,
in love with you.
no. I can't. I think I'm gonna quote. I'm gonna give credit to this statement from Nyla, who said there was no sexual energy between the two of them when they talked, and that's an excellent point because there isn't. It's
Hmm.
it's a weird. It's a weird. I've always said this is a very weird relationship between the two of them. It was strange. It was like a guidance counselor or a auntie or an older late the nice old lady up the street that's really nice and gives you cookies and you do errands for. It wasn't a it didn't sound like a every relationship's different, but
It didn't sound like they loved each other. I mean,
no. Mm-mm.
the
I didn't
sexual
hear a
energy,
connection. I didn't hear
yeah,
a connection
no,
there at all.
no, it was
No.
very transactional. It
Correct.
was very, it was giving like even like Victorian. It was giving like, okay, I'm going to retire to my bedroom and you go to your bedroom. and it's Sunday night. So what time are you coming to my room? Something like that. Like just very kind of, I don't want to be bothered. Don't bother me. You do your own thing. But I do still think that she expected him to be there. You know, I do still think that she had some expectations of him, especially as a husband. Like,
I think he knew he did enough to placate her by catering to her need to be kind of catered to.
yeah, and that was probably
Again,
her love language. Yeah, she
riding it,
liked that.
riding in the back
Hmm.
seat,
Hmm.
driving, chauffeuring her around, running errands, taking her on her errands. Uh, but again, a well trained assistant can do that. You don't need a. I
What
mean,
woman is riding around in the back seat while your husband is driving? Like,
that's a very
what
good
a
point.
weird, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, maybe once, like, okay, let me see what, like, as a joke. But the fact that if he was actually driving her around like a chauffeur, to me, that says a lot about him and his, not saying that she emasculated him, but he might have put himself in that type of a position
He did.
himself,
He did. That's perfect
because he
because
knows he's not worthy. Like, and not that she, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he just knows that he was not well placed, or just like he even said to Sonya on this call, where he says that I have to live phony.
right, but she was the thing that made everything he did legit. I can
Yes,
sell
yeah, yeah,
myself.
yeah. Hmm.
She was the golden goose. So
Yeah.
that's how that worked. You pull up uh again, if you put them together, you got to listen to Charleston White. You got to put all these things together. Everything seemed to be a way of convincing people to give you money or to be finessed was he would use Shirley. He would
Yes.
use
Uh-huh.
her
Yes.
in and or his proximity or connection to her to show I'm really a good guy. I'm honest. Clearly, I'm honest and I'm successful. And I'm sure he would probably say something to the effect of, "Do you think she's successful by herself? I'm part of that, and I help her do this, and I can do this for you, and I can put you in the room with people like with celebrities like Steve Harvey and everybody else, so I can do this." So I think that's what happened with him. And Shirley liked to be chauffeured around. She likes to be pampered. She likes to take naps and eat snacks and get her
Hmm.
hair done twice a week and makeup every day. I mean, uh, she's a very high maintenance type of person, uh,
And
and
that's okay. I mean,
and
there's
he
everyone's
feeds into
got
that.
their,
Sure,
he can't be mad at her for that, because he decided to marry her. And at the end of the day, sort of, so to speak, he he can't be mad at her for that. At the end of the
no,
day, ma'am has 70 years under her belt.
right.
And
But the
if she
payout is
enjoys a little bit of slow life and things like that, he can't like begrudge her um what
no, not
makes
at
her
all.
happy, because he decided to marry an older woman who is at a place in her life where she makes a certain amount of money and she's happy and she wants to live slow and wants to enjoy snacks and naps and all those things that keep her looking nice and young, and refreshed, and rather than worn out and tired. So yeah, I mean, he seems sometimes he does, when he talks about Shirley, sometimes he does come off a little bitter and jealous. Like, at the end of the day, this has the options, and I don't. I mean, that's, oh well.
Hmm.
So
And
okay, so what?
he was feeding that. He was certainly taking care of that for her, I do believe. But she worked at night, which allowed him to be kind of doing whatever he was doing. So
Footloose and fancy free.
right, so he was, he had a 24-hour barbershop, you know,
But
so
that
there's a lot of
even
opportunity
was
there.
out of business for a couple of years right before he got arrested. That hadn't even really been happening for a couple of years. What do you think is next? Like, so we know that maybe there's a hearing coming up. I'm not sure. They've got
Well,
court again for the. Go ahead.
let's see the divorce. The divorce is on the 30th, I think. Interesting that
Yeah,
they got married in 22. So that's either one of two things.
that was a mistake.
I
I
don't think
think
it
that was a
was.
clerical mistake.
I don't think it was.
But
Mm-mm.
why? But when they filed for the divorce, and
Mm-hmm.
her lawyer put in they were married. They've been in a bona fide state of separation. How did they get married in 22, but they've been in a bona fide state of separation since 22? Like that,
Because
I
he's
think
in
that was
because he's in jail. Once you go to jail, that can be considered a state of a separation.
well, they said
Uh,
March of 22, and he's been in jail since July of 22. When would they have gotten married in 22? If you which
prior to March. Prior to
and
March.
that's a possibility. We'll see. I guess we'll see when the divorce happens.
I will see, but I'm almost certain that 22 wedding is I would bet you it's valid. It's too big of a That's too big of a mistake for the judge to make, because and no one stood up and said, "Wait a minute, we've been married." Because think about it, in a divorce, you want time, you want credit for time served, do you not? I would think I would. And if I was divorcing after 15 years and they gave the wrong date, I'd say, "Wait a minute, Your Honor, wait a minute. I
Well,
was married for 15 years."
Shirley wasn't talking. She didn't say a word. And the lawyer, I don't know if she was, I mean, I can't speak for why she didn't say anything. I'm sure she was focused in, but maybe she was zoomed out for a minute. I don't know. When the
It was
judge,
said too
no,
many
I heard
times.
it. I listened. I heard it. I kind of, it was like, gosh, when I heard that, I was like, you know what? Here we
Re-
go. I mean, this trial though, there's so many discrepancies of known facts. Like
Mhm.
let's just say the marriage January 1st, 2024 or whatever it was, 2014.
22.
Um
Okay.
or 22 or whatever.
Hmm.
Um it's just so many there's just so many mistakes. It's just I don't know. I don't know. We'll just have to see at the end of the day she's going to get a divorce. But look, in the RICO. So let's go to the RICO then. So they got married in 2022.
Hmm.
So what about the RICO? What in the RICO is that? The RICO is based off of some false swearing back in 2014, 24,
Remember,
false swearing, false document.
right, but remember
So
there was a finalized divorce in 21.
but if he's
Because
still married to Mrs. Williams number one, even the finalized
right,
divorce of that other wife
correct.
still
It doesn't correct, but there was a finalized divorce in 21 of wife two, I do believe, uh, which probably facilitated the very hasty marriage in 22, which I think was that ring. I think that ring that Miss Bickham bought for $20,000. I think that's what that was.
why would Fonnie Willis, Will Wooten, if Will Wooten is worth his salt and all of these paperwork, why would he create a indictment that states that he went into a marriage with Shirley Strawberry not in 2022? That's not what the indictment states. The indictment is based off of very specific dates, and the bigamy charge is 2014,
Okay, but that's
or
when
is
he
it
actually
2015?
well, that's when he actually did. That's technically the bigamy from actually he did. It's kind of double bigamy. so so
It, okay, let
so
me.
you disposed of one marriage, but you didn't dispose of the other one. So and it's bigamous when he did it. He still committed bigamy.
Right. Either way, it is. No, I got you on that. But so when we're looking at the bigamy, it state. So I mean, wouldn't they, if bigamy is part of the linchpin of this whole thing, that he's using Shirley Strawberry's notoriety and fame to get favor, and this is what some of his cons are built off of, would they not use appropriate dates. So on or about December 16th, I've got it up on the screen. Ernest committed a felony offense for false swearing. This was to obtain a marriage license application, and that would be with Shirley. I just think that there was a mistake. I really do. I mean, I'm not saying that I'm trying to be right because I'm really not. Oh, we lost Joey. Joey, where are you? Let me drop the link again for Joey to come back. Hold on. Joey, we lost you. But the false swearing and the filing false documents, I know the judge said 2022, but I think that that was a mistake. She could have been looking down at the paper and, I don't know. I'm not her. And I don't know. I don't know why Shirley's lawyer did not correct her, but a lot of, I don't know. I can't account for it. I really can't. Um, Whose names are not on the bigamy charge? Yes, but their names aren't on the bigamy charge. Whose names are not on the bigamy charge? Whose names? Shirley's name or whose name? Um, on the bigamy charge, if we're talking about that, as part of the scheme, Williams knowingly entered into a fraudulent marriage with Shirley Strawberry, a famous radio show host. Williams used the void marriage and the high profile celebrity connections he made because of the void marriage in furtherance of the fraud. And the fraud would have taken place in 2014. Anyway, guys, I'm not going to hold you guys. We didn't finish the video, and that's okay. We can finish it up tomorrow. I feel like we've gone, and I don't know if Joey's calling back. I think Attorney Hoover was responsible for that communication, for the communication decrease. With who? They probably saying Carol and Martha. Those landlines are horrible. Call back, Joey. Shirley's name was on the bigamy charge in response filed recently. Let's look at the response. Do I have that pulled up? Hold on a second. Let me get to it. You guys always like to get to the documents. Okay, let's see. Just a second, guys. Let me pull it up. Okay. This record is getting so long. Okay, hold on. Don't forget the poll results. Hold on. We can talk about that too. Okay, who is Nesto more mad with? 564 votes. You guys are incredible. And we all know who it is. Is he mad at Roswell Police Department, Officer Natalie? You got that she got that promotion off of me. Is he mad at Mrs. Williams number 5? Is he mad at his no account friends, Lamont and Dion? Well, friend and son. And oops, we forgot about Dre. And or is he mad at Fannie Mae Willis, Will Wooten, and Kevin Majeski? Who is he more mad at, guys? Okay. And we already know he's more mad at Mrs. Williams number 5. I mean, let's just there's no getting around that. I'll have to post that. Okay. He's more mad at Mrs. Williams number 5. Okay. Let me see if I can pull this up real quick. The response. I know I have it. Oh, maybe I know I posted it in Patreon. Hold on. Oh, there it is. State's response. Okay. Okay. All right, let's pull this up real quick if you guys want to see this. I'll have to find it. Hold on, let me go move this tab over. Okay. Oh, you know what? Okay, let me do. Okay. So, count one explains that the defendant even committed bigamy as part of the RICO scheme, entering into a fraudulent marriage with Shirley Strawberry, famous radio host, the void marriage. Okay, so that was in there already. High profile celebrity connections he made because of the void marriage and furtherance of the frauds. It details how he recruited co defendant Erica King to fraudulently assume the identities of multiple attorneys licensed to practice law in Georgia to deceive law enforcement. Counts one is painstakingly detailed 57 acts of racketeering activity personally committed by the defendant, alleging the particularity of the date of each underlying crime, the name of each person victimized by the defendant. Okay, so Shirley's name only shows up once in this, and they don't include the dates, but the dates are in the original, in the OG. And where did I find that? Hold on a second. I had it pulled up. Let's see. It's on my desktop. Oh, I found it so quick before. I was so proud of myself. Anyway, we'll have to see how it goes. We'll just have to wait till later this month and see what happens. Let me see. Control F. Shirley. So she shows up 9 times in this. Now where? Her name shows 9 times. Oh, okay. The case with Vista Ray. Okay, let's go back up. Act 23, Vista Ray. The fraudulent marriage. Okay. I'm definitely, when Shirley shows up to the, like, why wouldn't they mention then 2022? But I think it says 2014 he entered into a fraudulent marriage. I mean, look, if you're going to get the marriage license to marry Shirley, then and the marriage took place, if this is when the marriage license and documents were pulled, and look at the application number, they put marriage license application number 2014 6319. So they had a marriage license. I don't know why they didn't mention Shirley here, but I don't know. Anyway, guys, I'm not going to hold you guys. I know we didn't finish the video. Unless you guys want to finish up the video, we can finish it up. We still have about 15 minutes to go. If you want to finish it up now, put some ones in the chat. Otherwise, we can resume on tomorrow. But this was fun. We lost Joey. Maybe Joey's phone died. Who knows? We can keep going and just close this out, and then we'll finish up whatever else tomorrow. Did someone say let's finish? You put some ones in the chat. You guys want to go ahead and go? Ernest is angry because he knows about everything. He's going down. I mean, I do agree with Joey. He's definitely going down. If he gets on that stand, it's going to be a mess. We're ones will continue. I think tomorrow, guys, tomorrow definitely will happen, but it looks like the ones want me to stay. Okay. Let's finish it up quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Say that.
Oh, you know that's coming.
Yeah, I know all that's coming.
Oh, at the end, yeah, that always
To
comes.
interrupt.
Oh, I should have.
Try not
You
to stop.
know,
It's too late for that shit.
right.
So that's all. That's all I'm saying right now. Now I'm good. So
Cause
what made
it
Kim
just
call
don't.
you
They
this late?
don't.
What made him
He
call
just
you
hit the
this
airport board and ain't got nobody else to talk to. Probably. He just called me like 5 minutes ago.
Okay.
So to the person yesterday who said it might have been you, Vicky, not to call you out, but that Sonya wanted Lamont and Lamont didn't want her or whatever. The fact that her and Lamont were chit chatting, I mean, that's not uncommon, especially for a type of woman like Sonya to be sitting on the phone with somebody's homeboy or whatever. She's, I mean, fundamentally, there's nothing wrong with that. You can be friends with somebody and you can be friends with your booze friend, right? But Sonya is the type of female that men are going to try you because she's just that type. She is that type.
Right, 5 minutes before you called me. Mm-hmm.
Okay. All of that's cool. That's fine. I can hear in their head, oh, he need to stay in there. He need to do this. He need to. I already know how all that go. That's some other people talking. I know all that. I'm cool with all that. I know how that shit goes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm good with that. I'm fine. I'm fine. Trust me, my head ain't hurting on that. I ain't even worried about nothing.
Is your heart hurt though?
My what?
Is your heart hurt?
My heart hurt.
Does your heart hurt? Not your head. Does your heart?
Nesto does not love Shirley like that. Like, what does Sonya just want him to flat out tell her? Like, yes, I married her, but it was transactional. Like, she, it wasn't that type of party. Like, does she need a roadmap to that to understand? Sis, he don't even like you. He don't like you like that. He didn't love Shirley like that, and he definitely don't like you like that. He's just giving you all the I love yous because that's what you need. That's what you need from him. He's giving you what you need so he can get what he needs.
Hurt.
She doesn't seem to get it.
Hell no. I done got past that shit.
I'm
No,
talking.
yeah, because this is business now. This ain't that other shit. This is business. This is business. That's what this is business. This ain't got nothing to do with no love, cuddle shit. This is about no, I can't hold your hand across the goddamn. You know they had another picture with a man say the man off the cliff. He put his arm out there.
Mm-hmm.
This ain't that. This ain't that. Them folk did what they supposed to do. This the far as they can go. The train stopped.
Right.
So I'm not trying to do all.
Money stopped, the train stopped. Okay. No money, no honey. Okay.
That's why I was trying to tell him. Listen, man, I'm not trying to do all that. I'm not trying to. That should give you a heart attack. That shit have you all going crazy. You gave me the most valuable information that I've been waiting on for one motherfucking year. I got it last week.
Mm-hmm.
All the unanswered questions.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
So if I hadn't to say, hey, go down there and do such, you went down there and did it. We wouldn't be this far in the game. So that's all. I'm good. I'm trust me. My mental is getting better. It's getting better. I was mad and very, very angry because it's not fair to me. I'm being accused of something that's not my lingo, my style, no nothing. But I
So
get it.
Philo, your character.
None of that. So I understand now more and more that you broke everything down. I get it. Then I say, hey man, where's that other warrant that? You say, I don't see it. Boom, bingo. That let me see they had to cover that other shit up with this new shit. I see that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's so stupid.
But it's okay.
Oh, bingo. Bingo.
Will you go to court Monday? That's the right.
Yeah. And so maybe she'll come see me tomorrow now. Maybe she'll
I'm going to call her, yeah, because she is your attorney on that.
Yeah.
She does want him to speak negative on Shirley. She just wants the affirmation. She wants the rejection of Shirley because she'll take that as the acceptance of her. So as soon as he can reject Shirley and talk shit or I don't want her and just keep reaffirming like no, my heart's not hurt, I'm over it. But at the end of the day, it was all very much transactional. He is not there for that. He's not even there with her for that. Like the fact that she even thinks that, she's a fool. But let her, let her. You know what I'm saying? Like, girl, she likes it. I love it. She likes it. I
I told her though,
love
I
it.
said Creel don't do sex crimes. He did a limited appearance on the other stuff, but he doesn't do sex crimes.
So we'll see. We'll see if she comes to me tomorrow or however they're gonna happen. But we're gonna see. But long story short, next week Monday is a very, very valuable day. I don't know if she's gonna give me a bond after that, or I gotta wait a whole 90 days to get a bond on that. Whatever.
Man, you want to throw that shit out? Fuck a bomb, throw it out.
No,
That shit is garbage.
I know, but that person gotta be good enough to see.
I don't have no money. That is so funny. That's the line of the year, Mocha. I don't have any money. Hey, Sharon. I don't know if you guys could hear me before. I think I was on mute. I'm not sure. But anyway, yes, that is the line of the year. That's another poll I'm gonna have to put up. Um, that is definitely one of the best lines, period.
See with common sense to see throwing out, because I ain't never been through no shit like that before.
Yeah, but when the cops got to come to the court, right?
Yeah, but
To the hearing.
you know they coming. Man,
Yeah, right. That's fine. She need to come, and then when they put her on the stand, they need to ask her, how thoroughly did you investigate this woman's claim before you try to slap a warrant on him?
Right.
What was your, because I'm looking at that last situation I saw, what did you do in your investigation to say without a doubt that what that lady says has some type of strength behind it? Did you look into her to see her character, her situation, then their situation? Did you look at the text messages, all of that, before you sat there and just ran with what she's claiming? Because in this climate, women scream and sexual assault all the time.
Yeah, but dude,
So what
The
doesn't
way
make
she says
sense?
all the
What doesn't make
time,
sense is the
all the
timeline
time.
yeah, but
more
do
than anything.
they throw them type of things out at the
Preliminary hearing?
yeah.
Yeah, if it don't hold
Character,
water,
God
it should
no.
be thrown out. So waste of fucking
Yeah,
time because
should
you
be.
holding him.
That's
Because you holding
talking
him.
though. But that's you
No, but
talking.
here's the thing. That's the one thing that's holding you is because they don't give you a bond on that. You got a bond on that other shit.
No, I still ain't got no bond on that other one.
The other two with
He got his phone back.
The business partner. I don't
He's
have no
off for
bond on that.
punishment. You guys are not.
the business partner.
Yeah,
He must have got
And
it
that
taken
shit
away
is so
again.
petty. I don't understand how they don't have a bond on that. That lady murdered somebody and got out on the bond. What the fuck is $120,000 claim in business? That should be civil. And then you're going to say it's a no bond when that shit's a civil case. That's a civil matter. It shouldn't even be criminal.
they should. But
Joey wants to know, do you think Sonya likes naps and snacks? We know she likes naps and snacks. First of all, she's always sleeping. She never gets anything done. Okay. Sonya is always taking a nap because she stays up all night dreaming and thinking about Nesto or running to that damn shower to cool herself off and pat herself down. Okay. Oh, you're back. Okay. That's number one. So Sonya likes snacks because Sonya can't eat real food. Okay. And it's civil. Thank you. Amazing Grace. Thank you for reminding me. If I ever forget that it's civil, please make sure to just drop it in the chat because it's civil. Everything is civil. Okay. It's civil. Okay. All right. My God.
we gonna find
What a
out
show
next week.
today.
I got a whole. There's gonna be a lot going on.
Naps and pills.
You're right. That
Oops.
should be civil. Why
Naps and
didn't?
drinks.
Why? Because listen, and I'm gonna do this tomorrow. I ain't gonna
Listen, wait. You listen, Sonya. Be quiet. Did it not sound like Sonya was a little bit drunkety drunk in this call? Were you guys not the first part of it, but it did seem that she was a little on the sauce. Am I tripping on that? Just
I'm just gonna
listen.
do it. I'm gonna test the waters on that situation.
Am I tripping on that? Oh, wait a sec. Joey, we can hear me in the background.
He got. Oh man, that'd be perfect.
Joey, Did
Yeah, I can
you
hear you.
did you listen to the call today? Like the call that we're listening to right now? Did you get it? It's okay if you didn't, but
Yeah, I heard it.
okay. Was Sonya giving you a little bit of drunkety drunk vibes? Was she giving you? She'd had a couple sips of some. She was drinking something.
Uh, she was. I think she was drunk on the knowledge that Shirley had cut
Oh,
sling
it was
had
euphoria. It
euphoria.
was she
Yeah,
was euphoric. Okay,
yeah.
so
So
it was
she
just
had
on
won the
some natural oxytocin.
right. She had won the prize, and
Oh,
of
the
course,
brain.
Nesto immediately goes into, or no, Mr. Williams immediately goes into, starts consolidating his troops. He starts rallying the troops.
Interesting.
He starts saying basically, you're it. You're what I got. You're the one. The other folks are gone.
I've
You are
elevated. She's
it.
promoted. She
Right.
got a
She's been promoted.
promotion off of
Correct.
Shirley.
Correct.
Wow.
It's correct.
Okay.
So that's what she is. She's kind of. It's not quite gloating, but it's kind of
She's
gloating.
she was giddy.
Yes, she's giddy.
She
She got the
This is
prize.
side chickery 101. This is bad.
You know.
She's awful. Um Euphoria is a hell of a drug. It is cuz yeah,
Yeah.
she's she wants the affirmation. She got the affirmation. So so let's set the scene. We're listening to the call, right? So the call opens up, she's talking about something and she's like, "Oh, your brother's on the phone." So he didn't even
Right.
really know for a couple of seconds that Lamont was actually on the phone.
Right.
And then
Because
enters Lamont. Do you think Lamont had already told Sonya because
yes,
Lamont seems
yes,
like the type to play both sides? He
yes,
was
Lamont.
bringing the AKA bad slash good news to
Correct.
the side chick to give her some hope,
I don't know if he was doing it to give her some hope as much as he was just telling her,
being messy.
just being messy. And of course,
Yes.
she was giddy. She could not wait to tell him that the only person that understands you, that can stick it out with you, is me.
Mm,
Uh, so uh, so she won the prize, and Nest and
wow.
Ernest capitulated and said, you are my folks now. You are the prize.
Mm,
So
yuck.
so he so she so he and she was trying to get him to be. That's why she asked about your heart and all this other. She's trying to get him to say, and I think he kind of said that, in a way that, my heart is with you now. Um, but
Like
he's
his
still
hat.
trying to.
His
Right, but
heart
he's
and
still
his hat are like wherever he lays his hat is his home.
but he's
That's where
still
his heart
holding
is.
but he's still holding out hope that Shirley, when things turn around for the good, that Shirley comes crawling back and says
That's
that,
not gonna happen.
but that's what he is. If you can conceive it, you can believe it. If you can
He
believe it,
really
you can conceive it.
in that pea brain of his really thinks that Shirley is going to come back to him,
Of course, because other people have.
but they kind of maybe they have, maybe they haven't. Maybe they've
Again, to my other statement, when you lie to yourself, you can
yes,
lie to
he's okay.
anyone.
Right. Okay. So he's lying to himself because
Correct.
I don't believe that. Just because someone
No,
called you and said, I regret, da, 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 da. I mean, people do temperature checks. There's a lot of lonely people out here. And maybe, I don't know, maybe sometimes people feel like, I don't know, maybe they opted out too soon. Me, like, I don't know. I don't really, I've never experienced that. Um, I don't know. I don't know, but it's too much. Like for him to think that everybody has regrets about him. Like,
they
are you
don't.
kidding me?
They
No,
don't.
they're happy.
They're happy. They don't. I think when he got married to Shirley, someone wrote him a letter or sent a quick note saying, "I'm happy for you. This is good. I'm glad to see that you've moved up in the world. Blah 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 blah." And he took that as, "Oh, she wants me back," because it
He's
sounds
a
good to yourself.
dummy.
But it sounds, again, you're fooling yourself. You're lying to yourself. And you can tell that story to people over and over and over again.
His ex-wife, wife number 4, which you know what, I'm probably wrong because maybe she's wife number 5. I don't know. Because am I counting in Dion's mom? Anyway, I can't get with all the Mrs. Williams, but Miss Lamar reached out some months ago and she said that basically the story that he told was not exactly the way it happened,
Of
but
course
basically
not.
that whole thing of I released you from my heart or whatever. I guess she was still, feeling some type of way, but she basically said she let him go and, basically have a nice life or whatever. And I get it. But to me, why get in contact with someone like the day before or the day of them getting married to someone else? So it is kind of a little creepy okie on her part to have done that, because if you're truly over somebody, why are you even getting in touch?
It's to be
But
messy.
yeah,
Some of it's
be
to be
messy.
messy. It's to be
Girl.
messy.
Wow.
It is exactly what
Wow.
it's exactly what you think it is. And sometimes a thing is a
Messy.
thing, and it is
Yeah.
yeah, it is. It's just to be messy.
Mm.
You
Okay,
know,
so where do you think this thing is going? I really, if Nesto is somewhere in the bushes listening, which I'm sure he's not, but whatever.
he is not.
If he is, Nesto,
Hopefully,
go get
hopefully
on the
Sonya
stand.
is.
This is my advice to Nesto in the bushes. Take the stand. What would
Please
your advice to Nesto be?
tell it to tell my advice would be take the stand
Were you
and
gonna call
because
him
he's
your nephew,
no, what I would say to Mr. Williams
Mr. Williams? Okay.
is take the stand. I guess again he's working. You work with your attorney, but tell your truth. Tell your side of the story.
Mm.
Tell your side of the story. It may at the that's your only way to fight it. Tell your side of the story. So you may not win, but it may mitigate some things. Maybe
At
it'll help
least you're
us
gonna be able
understand
to
some things,
clear the air.
or or better, where or to, you to or you
Let me
know,
tell you, I'm
or
packing now.
burn the
Nesto
house
goes on
down,
the stand, my
or
bag is packed and by the door. Okay. I am
burn
going
the
to
house
have a
down.
full tank of gas and I'm heading straight down 85.
Burn
I will be on 85 smoking. Okay. Let me tell you something. He's getting on this stand. I'ma be there. Okay.
burn the house down. Did just take everybody down with you? So I'm not going to die by myself.
That is some testimony. I want to hear Mr. Sean question him, and then I want to hear Will Wooten start asking him some questions.
See,
That's what I want to hear.
the problem is he technically, I don't, again, Erica is the person that technically knows how everything worked. He doesn't. So if you start asking him questions about how this happened and how this worked and forms, and he's not going to be able to tell you anything. He's not going to be able to tell you anything. But if you ask him about, but he needs to tell his version of he needs to tell his truth. What happened? What happened? Did you take this woman's car? Did you take this woman's money? And he needs to stand and say,
No, I sold it for her.
well,
I sold it to a
he's been
young
maintaining
lady.
that he doesn't know them.
He told us in a call to Sonya that he sold the car to the girl whose daddy had $100,000 to invest in her.
Correct.
And he got the money from her daddy, but never gave it to the teacher. So once again, it's which version of the story do you want to believe? But at the end of the day, that is another story of him getting money and
I
not
think the I think that
transacting as the go between.
if
And
there's
he's
not
done that on numerous occasions.
if there's not a script writer in that courtroom, then they're missing then they're stupid.
They need to call me.
Good.
They
I
need to
mean,
call me because I'm just like, look,
we need to work
this
on
is a
that.
mess.
We need to work on that because there's a script there. There's an absolute script, and actually that's actually a limited run mini series, maybe about 6 episodes.
Of this
easily
particular
of him.
scenario.
Right.
Yeah.
Each episode is a victim.
Mm. Well, they have 57 acts. So let's just say all the acts don't include in different people, but let's just say,
Yeah, focus on the main
yeah,
ones.
the main ones. Okay. So
Yeah.
Erica King,
Yeah.
Shirley,
The
Sonya.
teacher, Bickham are 2 episodes, right? Those are that writes itself. You can't make that up. You couldn't make that up if you wanted to.
It's too much. Do you think that they'll be able to get all 57 acts in a cohesive storyline to
No,
have
no, you can't get them all in the storyline, but you take, again, you break it down. You take about 10 of the major ones, and you go with that. Again, the ones that are very personal, uh, Scratching, it's very personal. Bickham, it's very personal. Um,
But how can
the
they get him all of the counts if they don't articulate all? So I know in um the I guess count one, right, is the
Some of
so
those
count
counts,
one of 39, right? So
some
there's
of those counts
57
won't work.
so there's 57 acts, but there's
Right,
count 1 through 39. How
right.
can they find him guilty on 1 through 39 if they don't touch 1 through 39?
They will touch. I mean, they will touch them, but again, what you think and what you can prove are two different things. You got to have you got to have the folks to come in and corroborate a lot of that, and they have to tell their story, and you have to tell that to a jury, and you got to get and again, a jury, you have to convince, a jury of 12. You got to convince these people that a reasonable and prudent person let this individual walk in and do these things or get away with these things, and um, you didn't see, you didn't feel or taste or hear anything wrong the entire time, and you have to articulate why you trust them. Why did you believe them? Why did you have faith in them? It's kind of like a yeah, several years there was a group of ministers that got involved in some financial issues, and you can make the case that I trusted my minister. He would never lie to me. He's a minister, right?
Mhm.
So, but in Ernest's case, what made you feel that this person who doesn't have a high school diploma, who has never been, who doesn't work for any kind of bank or financial institution, uh, to be able to manage your money? How did you think that he was going to be able to do these things? Uh,
How are you as a real estate agent going to the
him,
concierge
right?
person? So look at this, count 4. Okay. So within the RICO, there's the false swearing, the false documents in
Hmm.
2014. Count 4, um, the grand jurors of the aforesaid, this is when you dropped off the last time. In the name and behalf of the citizens of Georgia, I hereby charge and accuse Ernest Williams of the offense of bigamy, for the said accused in Fulton County, Georgia, on or about January 9th, 2015,
Okay,
unlawful while being married to Martha Halliburton Williams and knowingly that his
married
lawful
to.
spouse was living, married Shirley Clark Strawberry. I
Hmm.
think the judge made a mistake. I really do. And I'm sorry. I've been witness to many people who don't ask and don't tell. Like sometimes people make a mistake. They were running through the thing pretty fast. I just don't think, I'm not saying her lawyer didn't know her case well enough. Maybe she didn't catch it till the end.
It
Shirley's face looked a little like, but
it looks to me that this is what I think. This is my take on it. The bigamy happened in 15. Follow my logic here. The bigamy happened
I'm
in 15
listening.
when they got married. They somehow, around, at some point in time, discovered that he still had this marriage. They quickly in 2021 cleaned that up and then got married in 22.
But wouldn't Shirley disclose that? And wouldn't that document be on here? And also, one last thing,
No,
Edith is still
because
saying she's married to him. That's
right,
wife number one. Martha's not even number one. She's like number two.
right, but the bigamy still happened.
I agree.
So that the crime still happened. And apparently the way bigamy works is as long as no one finds out about it, you probably, you just kind of go your separate ways and get remarried. So nobody makes an issue of it. Apparently you just kind of go on with your life, but it was discovered. So the bigamy actually did happen. I think they tried to cover it up. Shirley is complicit with that or a part of that. And I wouldn't be surprised if that date of 22 is not accurate when they technically got redid the marriage very quickly in court.
If that comes up, I promise you, in the divorce at the end of the month, I don't even know what I'm going to do. I don't even know what I'm going to do.
See, that's very embarrassing for Shirley. That is extremely embarrassing if that actually happens.
If that comes up and out that there were multiple, that she had to do this thing more than once, and also
they did it by paperwork.
The whole cover up happened.
Yeah,
I'm not even gonna. I'm gonna be like, look, what?
Right now, here's the killing part. The killing part is that you go home to your wife and say, honey, I made a mistake. I'm actually still married to my second wife.
Jesus.
When you're actually still married to the first wife too.
Jesus, please.
So you don't tell her the full truth. Like I said, you're lying to yourself. So you tell her, oh, and I'm going to clean this up. I'm going to make it's going to be beautiful. I'm going to make it up. I'm going to get you a new ring and everything. So I go out on the circuit. I pull out my bag of dicks and my liquid V, and I go to work, and I get and I go down to Daniel's Diamonds and I get a new ring, and boom. And that's how that worked.
Oh God.
So that's how that worked.
I'm dying. Okay. Yeah.
And that's
wow.
I think I would not be surprised if that's.
Do you work in Hollywood? You need to write a script, okay? Because I was actually visualizing the whole thing. Okay, let's see. Hold on. Let's see. Who's saying what? Someone said that part. Okay, they're agreeing with you. Joey trying to sway us. If Shirley had to double dip to make this thing legal, if she actually found out this guy was a bigamist and signed up again, I'm gonna fall out. I would just feel like
she couldn't cut him loose. You can't.
No, again, I got you. I got you.
Part of the show.
I think it's a plausible scenario. I'm just like, sis, really? But we don't know. I mean, they didn't detail it in the indictment. And maybe they left it out for a reason. I don't know, but we'll see. My God.
But that's my theory.
Way to come through and muddy the waters. Way to come through, because someone's gonna be like, Joey said.
That's my theory.
Your theories carry a lot of weight around here. Someone's gonna be like, Joey said.
I could be wrong. I mean, but I'm very rarely wrong. Wow. But that's my theory.
Oh my God.
The dates, again, the dates make sense because he had a divorce in 20. Why would you have that paper divorce in 21?
I don't know. I can't answer for this foolishness. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't engage in this type of tomfoolery in my life. This is you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't wrap my whole brain around this.
We don't. These people operate in a world of craziness, a deception and yes. This is but you only can do this in Fulton County. You couldn't get away with this in any place else.
Jesus.
You couldn't do it anywhere else, but well, maybe Clayton County, but
Maybe
it's
Hollywood too. Hollywood. Is that Janetta? Hey, Janetta. Hey, boo. Shirley said he was a Southern gentleman. He is a country bum. Okay. Yes, says the lady who's not a country girl. She's not a Southern belle. Y'all leave Joey alone. Y'all be tough on him. I think that it's a plausible theory, and it's quite possible. The one thing about this, Joey, that we have to admit is like this could not this you can't make this up. Like this is just so elaborate and so convoluted. It makes my brain hurt. It really does. It makes my brain hurt. This right
and I
here is nuts. This
and I saw
I
the comment a comment
this
that Martha did the divorce in 21, but it's not like Nesto wouldn't tell her to go do that to kind of be. It's not unlike him to.
Martha might have wanted to go get married.
Well, Martha, he probably in he probably asked her or paid her to go do that, so his fingerprints weren't on the paperwork. And hell, and don't even get me on the tangent that Erica may have done this herself.
Oh
Erica may have done this
Jesus.
entire thing herself because she could.
Stop it. Please
She had a
stop.
whole legal biosphere herself. She could affect that herself. So I ain't even get into that, but let's just say that he got her to do the divorce and then quickly got a new marriage in 22 with her.
Mm, I don't even know what to say. I don't even know you came out the bushes with that one. I don't even know what to
It
say.
lines up. It lines up again. But you know what? I'm wrong. The judge just said the wrong date.
Look, we're just gonna see what happens. And one thing, what did I learn? I learned log on. I'm gonna log on like a half an hour early. I might be on there for an hour. I'm gonna get on there early. Okay.
Hmm.
Um, and we'll see what happens this next time. Unbelievable. Well, Joey, thank you so much for coming through and talking to us this evening. We enjoyed it so much.
So
And
do
thank you for
I.
bringing the interesting perspectives because it's always good to look at things in multiple ways. So, um, I feel like I just did a whole mental workout. Let's see what we have a comment. No, Joey, I don't. So Diva 58 does not agree with you. Okay, that's number
That's
one.
fine. Hmm.
He said, "Can we please collaborate for a Tubi series?" I yes, absolutely. Why not?
Yeah.
April, thank you for the sticker. Extra AF says, I'm behind, but I'm where you discussed the bigamy charge. Can the false swearing, i.e., applying for the license, whether or not it was filed after the ceremony, show intent and therefore legal? Joey?
If it was filed, if you swear and file a court document and that's you just broke. I mean, if it's false, that's false swearing.
Well, look at this. If you, first of all, filing the false swearing and getting the marriage license, you have to have the marriage license for an ordained licensed minister or whomever, marriage officiant
Or an
to
officiant.
marry you.
Yes. Hmm.
Right, to marry you. So they're not going to marry you without that they're going to ask you for that. Did you get that? Do you have it? Before the ceremony, they're going to collect it from you. Did they have I can't remember if we signed it before. I
Unless
think we signed it right after the ceremony. Go
right,
ahead, I'm sorry.
unless it's agreed upon. I mean, some people have ceremonial type weddings, and then they go into the courthouse and do a legal thing,
They're just doing
kind
a
of in the office,
spiritual ceremony.
right, to do a
Yeah.
spiritual thing. So I mean, it can be there's several variations on the theme of how to do it,
But
but
some pastors and ministers don't do that. They don't even do that. Some people do
well,
not just do Like, can we just go stand on a mountain and do something not official? Some people
True.
do and some people don't. But
That's
if you're
true. But
doing it on some trickery and we're just going to get the paperwork later,
no, I believe that it
that
was I believe that she
mm,
thought it was a legitimate, that the paperwork
I
that she
agree
thought
with
it was
that too.
legit.
Hmm.
But I think that either he knew that these things were still out there, and he went for as long as he could, and probably the chickens came home to roost, and he quickly got someone to kind of file a divorce in 21. And I'm telling you, that ring he bought, that ring he got that ring he got is, it's just a strange thing. Why?
So you think it was
That
the
was a,
apology because it wasn't the
yes,
10-year. So you
yes,
think
it
that
was
was
a,
the
yes,
apology for I
yes,
screwed up. I'm still married to one of my ex-wives. Let's go
right,
ahead. We'll make it official. Get the paper. I mean, I hear
correct.
you.
And here's the ring. Here's the
But if that is the
grandiose ring.
case, why is that not been spelled out on the indictment? Because that's a
Because
key component to the indictment. Because yes, it's
but
still a
it
bigamy.
has, but it has. That's the bigamy. The bigamy happened in 15. The bigamy happened then, and she turned
Okay.
around and married him. But she married him again in 22, and technically he's done bigamy twice because because she did it
Because he's still
again.
married to
He's still
Edith.
married,
I mean, he would
right?
still be
But
married to
she
Edith
didn't, right?
anyway.
But she doesn't know. She didn't know that. So he's technically he's twice. Be,
Right. So
so
either way,
yeah,
it's dumb. Yeah.
yeah. Either way, so because again he lies so much. You don't tell
I
people
mean,
the
I
truth.
think it's a very plausible scenario. I would just like to hear somebody get the facts of this case right when they're speaking to it in the courtroom. Can someone please have an outline and state the facts, period? And you know what I mean? Because we don't know when the judge said 2022, that was out of the
All I
fucking blue. Like to me,
all
I
I
was like,
know
she had to have made a mistake.
all I know is Shirley is, you got to put it all together. Kind of, you've been evicted from your home, or you're being evicted from your home, and he's buying you all these luxury items at the same time. It doesn't make any sense. Why would you do that? You don't have a
Because
place
they're
to live.
ghetto. Look, they're
You live in a
ghetto.
hotel. Oh,
Ghetto.
you live in a hotel, but he's buying you
Ghetto.
G wagons and diamond rings,
Ghetto.
and he did a whole video, a little video thing where he did where she went to her birthday. She had the, he's walking her out of the car, and uh
At the rundown looking strip center.
restaurant, little restaurant. Yes.
Okay.
What was that about? He doesn't do things just to do them.
With
Everything is
armed
for him.
guards, like she was
Right.
like the Empress of the Bahamas.
Because she was at that point in time. Because without her, everything falls apart. So you are you are every bit that. You are the magic that makes everything work.
This is
And
ghetto.
you are my cotton candy, as he would call
Stop.
it.
A mess. You know
Uh,
what? A mess. Okay. You know what I have to say? Number one, I'm just watching. Okay. I'm just watching. And number two, I'm not going to get myself all crazy over this thing because these are some dumb people. And of course, the facts don't match up. Like you guys, anyone who's frustrated by the facts not lining up, just remember some of these people are very dumb and we're having to deal with the backtracking of some dummies. And of course, it's not going to line up because they don't even remember what they're just out here wild. Okay. You guys
okay,
remember?
and here's the other thing. Has anyone seen a marriage license between Shirley and Ernest?
You know what? I'm gonna have to. Could you please stop? Stop it.
Has anybody seen it?
Do you want the horn again? Stop it.
I mean,
Stop
I could be
asking
wrong.
questions.
It's what I do. I can't help
Oh God.
myself.
Is this Will Wooten on the phone? Are you actually Will Wooten?
Mm,
Are
no.
you? Stop
I
it.
wish. I
One
wish.
thing I want for Will is a new suit. Like he wears the same blue
Mm,
suit. I think we just catch him on blue suit day, unless he just has a closet full of blue suits. But that's what I would like.
it makes
Cotton
getting dressed. It makes
candy
getting
and
dressed
candy
easier.
cane legs. Okay. What? So no marriage license scene, but it's quoted in the let's go back to this, guys. We have not seen the document, but according to this, it was filed and it's under marriage license. This is it right here. Marriage license application 2014 6319
hmm
in the probate court of Fulton County, Georgia. Nothing.
Yeah. It doesn't mean that a 22 marriage license doesn't exist.
Mm. Wow. Okay.
Again, that's where the crime happened. The crime happened at 22. I mean, at
Mm.
14. So, or technically 22 is a crime.
So,
Point to-
okay,
if it's true, but again, it could be just the judge and and her attorney both made the same mistake.
let
It's
me
very
ask you
possible.
this. Strategy or just I don't know them folks. The reason why and it could be Cobb County, but the fact that he is not responding, I didn't think he would respond anyway, but is it a form of strategy
No,
that he doesn't show up or is he just
there's
not
he
he
doesn't want.
doesn't
There's no need to show up.
yeah, he's just going to
There's no
do
yeah
uncontested.
yeah. There's no advantage to him showing up other than looking like a crazy man on Zoom with Shirley Strawberry. I mean, it's so there's no, and I don't
I'm
think they would
okay.
ask him.
I'm okay.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
gonna
I don't.
be
I don't
calling
think.
me because I'm getting ready to come back up. It's gonna be the
Right.
greatest come up ever.
Correct.
You gonna be
Correct.
calling me saying, "Baby, I
Correct.
wish you come back."
Yeah. Yeah. There's no benefit to him showing that I can see. They're not
Mm,
fighting. Remember the divorce. They have no assets
none,
together. None. They have no
nothing,
assets, no
nothing.
debts together. That's very odd.
He
How
probably
is
didn't
that?
even have credit.
No, but they still don't have anything together. After this long a period of time, you'd have something.
Her finances were. I mean, look, I don't want to speak too much on her finances, but at the end of the day, we know that she had some situations. She was in some financial kerfuffles. She had some
Sure,
situations going on.
sure. But you'd have something. You'd have a credit card that you both use, or a I don't
He
know,
probably didn't want to have anything in his name, and he
frequent
probably
flyer
couldn't because his
points.
credit was probably bad.
But probably so. I mean,
And he
that's a
didn't
good.
have a job. He didn't have verifiable 1099s or any kind of financial statements to show he she knew that she got with this hustling bum and he had nothing on paper to show for anything that he was
So
doing. That's
what does
just
that? So what does that say about her?
complicit. Yeah, she that's what she wanted.
See, so it sounds like
Yeah.
you've been married for a number of sort of for a significant number of years. You're not financially connected at all. How have you been married for this long a period of time and not have anything jointly connected to each other? Nothing. Not a bank account. Every married couple has at least a joint bank account. Uh,
Not people who don't have credit and don't have any money.
I said a bank account.
Yeah, but
Uh, it could be a bank
she
account that
probably
she
knew
puts all
better
the.
than to put look, I think she knew better than to put him on her anything. But unfortunately, still bills still didn't get paid and they were still getting evicted from places. I don't know. I hear you and I think that that's a normal marriage, even a marriage of not a lot of means, but I don't think I really don't think those two had credit. She was sitting up there hemming and hawing about, is she going to qualify for an apartment? A 60-plus-year-old woman with a six-figure job whose credit is so bad she can't even secure an apartment. What kind of credit cards did they have? You know what I mean? He didn't even have anything. So if she's got a low credit score, she's had financial situations, they've got evictions and garnishments and all kinds of stuff going on. He couldn't be on anything. She knew better than to put him on an account. Not to mention he probably has garnishments and levies. He probably still owes all kinds of things. And she had tax garnishments.
Well, I
So
mean, that's
he
true,
have wanted
but
to be
she,
on
but
her
she,
stuff.
she travels quite frequently. You have to have a credit
Mhm.
card to travel. Uh, it's just odd that they
She
don't
could
have
have had a
any.
corporate card.
That's true. It's just odd they don't have any kind of. They have nothing together. I find that a little interesting. It's not that it
I,
can't be
I
done, but
agree
I
with
just find it a
you,
little
but
odd.
I really think that the nothing that they had is because of the nothing that they had. You know what I mean? And not just, I'm not just being cute as far as the romantic relationship. I'm talking about financially. They don't have anything.
Hmm.
They didn't have anything. They were living
Even
hand to mouth. The
even more
checks were
reason,
coming. Go ahead.
even more reason not to show up at the divorce because there's
Yeah,
nothing to
that's,
fight over.
yeah, yeah.
You've
And
already
he's ready to
you
let go.
right. You've said you don't want me, and we don't have anything together, so there's no reason for me to show up for a divorce. I mean, show up at a proceeding just to be there, just so you can see how you know how far I've gone down and how good you look or whatever. So there's no reason for it.
Mm-mm-mm. Okay, Joey. Interesting
That's what I
perspective.
thought.
Like you never disappoint. Thank you for joining us tonight. Anybody else have any questions for Joey, real quick?
You're quite welcome.
Um, let's see. Shirley didn't get in this position until she got with Nesto. Millions of people owe taxes. Absolutely. Absolutely. And you know what I mean? Like that's not for shame. It's just for facts. You know what I mean? Like, trust me, it's not for shame. It's just telling the story. Because Nesto, no matter what, Nesto's in a far worse position than her. At the end of the day, she's gainfully employed. She's got a great job, and she's not sitting in jail. She's free, right? So she's up.
And did you
Any
see that
other
wonderful? You see
questions?
that? Do you see her birthday? Her birthday, a little walk, a little strut she did.
Yes,
I saw that.
absolutely.
Her birthday is on my birthday, believe it or not. So we're all
Oh,
28th
that's Farrah's
of
birthday
July.
too, July
How's that?
28th. Happy birthday, Joey.
You're
You see how
welcome. And thank
slick
you.
Joey told us that it's his birthday?
Yeah,
What? Joey had a
yeah.
birthday, y'all.
Well, I
Club
did.
Leo. Okay, so Petty Patty had a had a birthday, excuse me. Leo Lady and Joey and our bougie baby Farah had birthdays, okay? And I hope that you had a wonderful birthday. I hope your family spoiled you and you had a very nice time.
I did. I did.
Good. So how old are you now? 57? 42?
Sold.
Joey's not telling his age.
so, so
Okay,
sold.
everyone's giving you birthdays in the
Thank
chat. So
you.
yeah.
Thank you. I feel so honored that everyone says has saying happy birthday to me. Belated,
Aw.
but that's thank you. I appreciate
Yeah.
it.
So someone is saying a marriage license application after 30 to 6. So a marriage license so expires after 30 to 60 days if they didn't return and sign the license. So yes. Yeah, I don't know. I really think they got married in 14 and it was a done data. They got married by Jasper Williams. That's just what I think. If they did something in 22, like I guess we're gonna
Yes,
find out about it.
just one quick. Yes, I'm going to the trial. I will certainly go to the trial. I cannot not go to this trial.
Okay.
At least
You heard it.
I have to pop in uh, at some point in
Happy
time.
birthday to the woman he chose. Okay. Happy birthday, woman he chose. Absolutely. She's the woman he chose. Okay. Let's see. Everyone is giving Joey happy birthdays. Yes, yes, yes. This is the perfect community. So many Leos. Is that not incredible? Wait till the Virgos come out though. The Virgos are just sitting around like, okay, y'all. Not me though. I'm saying happy birthday, but yes, the Virgos will be coming out the woodwork. Trust me. Anyway, Joey, thank you again. You're awesome and we appreciate you. And we'll be looking for you to check back in with us very soon for another update.
I will.
We love
I'll
your
see.
perspective.
I will talk to you in a couple of weeks, and hopefully, if see what develops and comes out of it.
S-
But just stay focused on the YSL
Oh my
debacle.
God, it's so
so
interesting.
it's
It's so
worse than
interesting.
interesting. It's worse than that.
It is a shit show. What did you think about
It's
Kayla Bumpus today?
it's 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 bad. This is
You thought so. Look,
it's
I
bad.
wasn't mad that Kayla wasn't like we're like I don't remember. I mean she did
Mhm.
say it a lot. I feel like if she would have said, "Can I get 10 minutes to collect my thoughts?" Like, can we take a break? Like, Judge, can we get 10 minutes so I can collect my thoughts? Because according to her, she was just there as a bystander. She was not aware she was going to be called. And
Oh,
for
she
what it
knew.
sounds
That
like,
that's not true.
okay, so I'm just saying what she said. Now,
Yeah.
if she were listening to court on Friday, she would have known if Melnick was going to be called. So to your point, if she knew Melnick on Friday, because we heard that, I know I heard that they didn't say they were going to call Kayla, but they said they were calling Melnick. If you're going to call Melnick on Monday and you're sitting in the courtroom, why would they not call you? So is that what you mean?
Right.
She should have had an inkling that they were going to
Right.
call
Right.
her.
You have to know. Yeah. Because
You
who
have
else
to
would they
know
talk to? Who else would? I mean, she was there.
you
You
were
are a
there.
witness. You
You
were
were
there.
there.
You
And
knew you were going to be called.
you're in the house
Yeah. You knew you were going
playing
to be called.
blogger.
Yeah.
Now
That's
you all of
not.
a sudden want to be a blogger. Um
Yeah. I
so
don't believe
okay,
that.
you don't believe that?
I don't
I don't
believe that
think she
she
wants
didn't
to be a
know.
blogger per se, but she wanted to be able to stream to her channel, but okay. Um I don't think she was bad though. I think that at the end of the day, I think by the almost the end of her testimony, they got from her what they needed from her.
Oh, sure they did. But I feel I feel my I'm more sympathetic towards Judge Granville again because I understand what he was trying to do, but um,
What do you think he was trying to do? Do you think
I
he was
think he was
trying to help
I think he was trying to help people who weren't very good at what they were doing.
Adrian Love
I think he was
and he'll
trying to
and
I think he was trying to assist, but you can't do that. You cannot. You have, the judge has to be impartial. You cannot weigh in on either side. You have to be kind of down the middle. You have to be down the middle, and it just appears that way to me.
even
They
with
didn't
him
have a.
being biased per se, he was very he'd been gruff with Steele, like there was a little bit of I don't know, it was very negative. Steele felt or feels put upon by Adrian Love and not given the same type of deference that Love would get. He wasn't getting any love from Glanville and felt
Yeah,
like Adrian could do whatever she wanted.
well, he again. I think he's trying to. You have to be very careful with anything when you are kind of a. I don't want to say a arbiter or a senior or executive or anybody of reaching in. You got to be very careful with that. Trying to trying to assist to the point of where you again he kind of he basically over stepped over some lines to do that, and that's that hurt him, and that
Mhm.
has thrown this case that basically is going to tank this case. I think that's going to tank the case.
Is he on vacation right now, or you
I
think
don't know
is he
where
just hiding out in his office?
I don't know I have no idea where he is or what he's going to do or how they what they do with the judge. I guess he just gets
He
another
should be
case somewhere
playing
else.
some golf in the Bahamas somewhere and minding his own business. He should be on a nice little vacation.
Because he seems to be a pretty good guy, and I know he teaches over at Emory, and so it. But yeah, that was, and I know what he was trying to do, but sometimes you have to let people fail. That's how they learn. You can't
Yeah.
reach in and you can't do the assist. You have to let them fail and let them, and they learn like that. That's how you do it. And then when they fail after the fact, you say, okay, this is what you did wrong, and this is what you could have done, and this is blah 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 blah.
So, what do you think about the judge? Is she too giggly?
She's been thrown into this. I think she knows it's a shit show, and
Is she, I feel like she alludes to a mistrial. Like, I feel
yeah,
like
I think she knows
since
it's. Yeah, I think she knows it's a shit show. That at this point in time that trial it's almost like poison fruit.
I feel
Uh,
like she's trying to close all the loops. Like,
she is.
just let's get all this business finished and then I can declare the mistrial, because I don't know that she can declare the mistrial without closing the loops on the unanswered questions, so that there are if there's issue with the unanswered questions, that she's remiss because there were unanswered questions. I feel like this is kind of an exercise in closing things out. Because Friday, when she said something about, well, I'm going to rule on the mistrial this weekend, which we didn't hear anything about her ruling on it today, did we?
Again, there's a lot of
She didn't declare a mistrial today, did she?
no, she hasn't, but there's a lot of administrivia she has to go through.
Yeah.
So she wants
So
to get through that, and then we'll see. But again, to me, it just seems that this thing is it's been tanked. Um, and you got to think about a jury. What does the jury think about this? So
the
if you were
jury's
on a
supposed to be
jury,
back on Wednesday.
right? But if you were on a jury, what would you think about this? What would you think?
That there's something wrong. I mean, at the
Correct.
minimum, they're going to, whether whatever they know or they don't know, if they're watching TV or YouTube or whatever they do or don't know, whenever they find out what's happened, like Judge Glanville's gone and all of the things, um, they're going to know that something was wrong. And then the little speech that they tried to come up with to explain Judge Glanville being gone,
Hmm.
the new judge was like, I don't care what you guys write, just figure something out. Because I also feel like I feel like if the trial was going to go on, she would be a little bit more concerned about how they would communicate it to the jury. The fact that she was so blasé about what the messaging would be
I
to
think
the
the jury already
jury,
knows. I think the jury knows already. You're not fooling anybody. I think the jury already kind of
right?
knows. So I think maybe that's
They were probably watching
right.
today too.
Right. There's a point in time where you're just beating a dead horse.
Mm.
I think obviously the defense wants everyone wants the explanation to be that the previous judge did something wrong and was biased and was unfair, and because of that he was taken off because
Mm.
it helps their client.
Hmm.
I mean, and the prosecution wants it to simply say the judge had a procedural issue, and because of that, we have to rearrange things, and we have a new judge. Nothing to see here, no big deal, just the new judge, and everything kind of goes on about its business.
Do
So,
you
but
think they're going to bring it back as a RICO, or are they just going to go for the murder of Donovan Thomas if they can figure out who killed
I
him?
don't think they can. I don't think they can prove it. That's the problem. They can't prove it. That's why they went to a RICO in the first place. They have no way of.
Because they're
They
trying
can't
to
prove it.
figure out, was it a hit? So they're going from the perspective of that it was a gang ordered hit
Right.
versus so and so murdered so and so, because they can't
Correct.
figure out who did it.
Who did it?
So they're
Right.
calling it a hit summoned
Right.
by YSL.
Right. Right. And at this point in time, after you've seen what you've seen, again, seeing what I've seen, uh, I don't know if I could. I don't know if a jury can actually. It just seems. It seems like everybody that's involved in this case is i- the little Woody stuff, and it's like it's like a Mel Brooks comedy. It's like, what in the
Mhm.
hell is going on here? This is nuts. You don't really have a case. Um, I'm sure he's a bad. I'm sure he's a bad guy, but you can't prove it. So just move on, and sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. So let's stop wasting people's time. And um, you don't have a good case. If you don't have a good case, you don't have a good case, and there you go. And and that's how it works. But they don't seem to have a good case. Now they can go back and investigate and see if they can find out who committed the murder. But that's. I mean, I guess that's up to them, I suppose. Um, but yeah, this case
Mm-mm-mm.
doesn't look. It doesn't look. It doesn't look. It doesn't look very good to me. But what do I know?
Wow.
You know.
So are you watching Sarah Boone?
Who is Sarah Boone?
Sarah Boone is the suitcase murderer, the woman who got
Oh,
her
she's
boyfriend.
well, she
She's
is absolute nuts.
she's pro se now. So she lost her eighth attorney and
Yeah.
she's going pro se. And there was a
Oh,
hearing this afternoon. It was pretty bad. She's whining and upset because she only has laptop access from 8 to 4. Basically, heard the judge, who's the second judge on the case now, because I guess maybe it's gone so long, it's now in his court. And he basically has said that she forfeited her right to a public defender. She's gone through 8, and basically you're chanced out. And they'd warned her along the way. There were several motions filed over, let's say, the past maybe even year, warning her that she could be going down the road of no longer being afforded the benefit of a public defender. And basically, they called it 2 months ago and told her she was chanced out and she's going to have to go. She doesn't not have to have a lawyer, but the state of Florida doesn't have to pay for one anymore. And so she's welcome to hire her own attorney, which she can't because she's indigent, and or pro se. So
okay.
it's pretty interesting. Her trial is going to be starting, I think, in October, around the same time as Nesto. I'm gonna be so
That's
busy.
a
Yes, I
you
can't
will
wait.
be. Yeah. Only
I'll
one
be
of
like,
these
oh
at
my
a
god, I'm in court all day.
only one of these at a time. I think Mr. Williams
He
has
has your
my
full
attention for
attention.
now. Well, he
Well,
has my
Nesto will
what
have my
attention I
full
have.
attention. Like if I have to choose between what I'm gonna watch live and what I'm gonna watch on repeat, I will definitely be watching Nesto live,
Yeah.
and Sarah will be okay. I'm gonna catch her later tonight after I get caught up on my Nesto stuff and do my commentary. Then I will catch Sarah because it's pretty interesting. Because I did not watch Daryl Brooks, so this will be my Daryl Brooks trial basically. Even though he's got his whole situation was very different, but he still defended himself. So it's kind of it should be interesting.
Hmm.
Anyway, okay, I love talking court talk with you, and we'll talk to you again soon.
We will, Fran. Thank you for reaching out.
Absolutely.
It's
Okay,
always a
Joey,
pleasure. It's always a pleasure.
absolutely take care. All right, we'll
Thank
see you
you.
later.
All right. Bye
Okay, all
bye.
right, bye-bye. Guys, that was fun. We had a long talk with Joey. Okay, let's see I don't know who called it. If we knew who called it, then we would be helping, we would know something we probably don't want to know. I can't wait for us to watch her trial. I might show up to Nesto's trial for real. I'm too invested. Absolutely. It's gonna be like, oh my God, it's gonna be a YouTube reunion up in there. You guys showed out. Thank you all for everyone who supports in any way, shape, or form. Okay. That's number one. But guys, I don't want to hold you. We've gone super duper long. I only planned on being here for like literally, I don't even want to say because it's so embarrassing. I used to come on here this time last year and be like, guys, we're gonna be on here for an hour, and it would be like 3 hours later. So in my mind, I knew I was gonna be on here for an hour, and look at us. It's a mess. Okay. Let me let you guys go. You guys are awesome. I appreciate all of the support and everything. You guys sticking with me through this whole entire very long live, but I owed it to you guys. Tomorrow, more than likely, lunchtime is not going to happen. I have a filling, I have a situation that has to happen at the dentist tomorrow. So pray for me. Okay. And I one way or the other, even just for a laugh, I will come on here live. If I sound like you know why. But say a little prayer for your girl, because she's probably going to have to get a little, maybe root canal something. And just keep me in your most positive thoughts. Okay. Not that I'm scared, because your girl is not never scared. But at the end of the day, I will be having some sort of dental procedure on tomorrow. So we're going to see how things go. Maybe by the evening, I'll be able to talk. So I might have to come back around this time again. But if they take me all the way out, then I may not be able to go live until the following day, which will be Wednesday. So we'll see. But one way or the other, I will send you, either by hook or by crook, I will send you guys a note. And I don't think that she went to Canada that weekend for a day, and she doesn't like flying. Yeah, right. Farrah knows enough to know she can take her. Can you believe it? She probably could moderate. She know, like, this picture of, so look at this picture of Shirley. So her asking, was that Adrian Love? Is that, I mean, for a 13-year-old who's not really, really, really paying attention, but paying attention, they don't look alike, but the hairstyle, you know what I mean? The swag a little bit. Adrian Love obviously is a very well-dressed lady. Farrah asked me, she saw Adrian Love in the courtroom and said, "Is that Shirley Strawberry?" And I was like, "No, dear." But it was the fact that she's learning the players, so that was very good. But yes, Farrah probably could take my place. It's the hair. Yeah, it's the hair. And I think just the sharp, the well-dressed woman type thing. So, because you never not see Shirley dressed. Um, so yes. Anyway, guys, I love you guys. Have a good night. It's late. Thanks for sticking with me. If you hadn't hit the like button yet, please do so. I have a couple of polls. What had Shirley so fooled by her man? And I'm still working on the line of the year, but I'm going to put some polls up on the community post page, and we'll let those live over there. You guys have a good night, and I'll see you guys next time. Okay. Um, like I said, if for some reason tomorrow you'll see me on Wednesday, because girl, I gotta get my tooth fixed. All right, guys, have a good night. I'll see you later. Bye. Bye, Houston Foodie. See you later.